Hello and welcome to another episode of Oops All Dungeons. I'm your Dungeon Master, Jonathan E., and to my table left, we have Tyler Perrone, Michael Wheeler, and Maggie Wensink. And to my table right, we have Bo Brown III, CJ Rosenberger, and Sam the Man Candor. Hot off the heels of our last session. Not really, it's been weeks since our last session. But we found ourselves last session in the city of Defiance, where our party here had all been selected to be the 56 Delvers of the sort of society within the Never-Ending Dungeon. By pure chance, they have all found themselves taking up the monumental task and the probably one of the hardest quests you could possibly be assigned on these sort of expeditions to find a way out of the dungeon. At the end of last session, we were all walking across the threshold, across the bridge, because Defiance is over sort of a big chasm on level 2. We were walking over the bridge and entering sort of more of the dungeon proper, sort of the other side of the ravine. And you were left off with many kind words from all of your guardians, your parents, your friends, your cohorts, but also a fair bit of warning. The Gothex the Chosen, one of the sort of original heroes that had entered this dungeon, gave a very ominous warning. Is that you, Michael? All right. Gothex the Chosen had given you all a very ominous warning if you see the wizard Almiron run. So we will pick up again. So I believe there are some things that were left to be planned to do. So you guys will all be venturing down into the lower levels as sort of deep as you can go. And the Bishop Cardinal, what are you laughing about?
I looked at something from my notes from last session and it's horrid.
What is it?
It says, "I'm Chino and I'm so horny," and I don't entirely know what that's referencing.
I'm Chino and I'm so horny.
What does that mean?
Oh no, that's what it says.
How can you be a pair of pants?
Oh my god, it's a Deftones reference. Shout out Chino.
Starting out some weird energy today.
Yeah, this is quite crazy. But so at the start, or also at the end of last session, you had the Bishop Cardinal wishing you all well as you sort of blessing yourselves as you guys are crossing this sort of bridge. So now we'll pick up right there. So all of you guys, with the equipment that you have from the storehouses that you had visited before leaving, you're now sort of beginning the delve, truly. Even though the next several levels will be inhabited by other dungeon creatures that are more comfortable to those levels. For example, level 3, the Flooded Cavern, is sort of the next place to stop as well. That is the place where our very own Thalia's mother is currently working, or at least if everyone else is to be believed. Isn't that right, Thalia?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, we will pick up. So, the way I would describe it is that sort of venturing through level 2, it's much more cleared out, like very clear hallways in most of the parts of the dungeon that are, how you say, I guess, a part of the society or a part of sort of the whole of the infrastructure around here. Very clear exits and entryways, very safe, very I guess how you say, very simple ways to get from one end of the dungeon to the other is what makes traveling these levels of the dungeon really easy. So getting to the doorway that sort of leads to the set of stairs, the grand stairs that leads down deeper into the dungeon, into level 3, is very straightforward. Pretty much like sort of large halls. On the way through there, though, there are people who sort of live out there, and it's like, think of it as sort of like the suburbs, if you can have a suburbs in a subterranean lair in a never-ending dungeon. But in these hallways leading up to that door, before you actually are able to go down to level 3, you all are stopped by a familiar face. Prior, in the last session, you all had been introduced to Council Member Zoran, as well as the other sort of council members that represent the 4 quadrants of the city of Defiance. Here he is once again, but instead he sort of like steps out from like sort of a different sort of, I guess, roadway is the best way to describe it. He steps out to sort of greet y'all. So, hello there, Delvers.
Hello. Howdy, council member. How you doing?
Sorry about flaking. Some more pressing matters had been brought to my attention prior, so I'm afraid I can't catch you for that drink.
Ah, it's all good. Water under the bridge.
Well, Would you prefer it to be something sweeter than water?
I guess so.
And he will pull from a little bag that he has at his side, he will pull a bottle of wine and produces it to you.
That's not juice at all.
It's a type of juice.
It's kind of like juice.
Yeah, he will pass it over to you.
Y'all are familiar with each other? Or?
Oh, I know Zorn. He and I go way back. I've made probably half his wardrobe at this point. But
It's a lovely wardrobe, especially considering it's mostly fabrics found in the dungeon, as it were.
I'm resourceful. What can I say? But yeah, I go back with council member Zorn here. What are you doing all the way down here? You seeing us off?
Yes, well, I had business to attend to. Some people need to speak with me, but I also wanted to acquire that bottle that you have in your hand. That bottle is from the surface. It's elven brewed. Elven, I guess, fermented. I've been saving it for a while, and I feel like that's a way to make up for me having to flake on you last minute.
Sylvester instantly forgets any mistrust he would have for Zorn. Is like, oh, shucks, you shouldn't have. Man, I haven't had elven brew in some time.
Yes.
I'll share. Don't worry, everybody. I'll share with most of you.
Yeah. I can't stand the stuff personally myself. I'm more of a beer fellow.
I can't fly under
look
the
like
influence.
Yeah, it's probably for the best, actually.
Well, good luck, my friend.
Thank you very much.
And careful with it. If you leave it out to open, then it might attract other sort of things. Very powerful smell elven wines have, so perhaps open it in a closed place.
Sounds good.
And so he will wave you all off if you guys all continue onwards. So, describing your party coming down, it's a great set of doors, like sort of big and sort of chiseled into the stone. This grand set of like big wooden doors that as you approach it, no one's there, but it opens for you, beckoning you to sort of delve deeper, which was sort of a big part of the design of the dungeon itself. And leading into it, when you take a few steps down, it looks like just a black void that you're walking into. But you take a few steps down the stairwell, and immediately you enter like a new area. So it's like very magical, like transporting level to level feels like, you're entering a new sort of place. It's a little disorienting, but it's not like you're shaken or anything. It's just you're stepping into darkness, and then all of a sudden, the light of the next level. And the next level is that of a flooded cavern. So this whole area, there are lots of, documented throughout other sort of delvers in its time, was that, they're cavernous, then there are ones that are more fortress-like, and then XYZ, all different types. Labyrinthine, maze-like, for where you find minotaurs mostly. But here is a cavern, but it has mostly been flooded, and who knows how treacherous that original floor or this original level used to be. But now there's just a simple sort of wooden bridge that sort of spans across to the exit. It gets less and less sparsely populated, and also structures built by your dungeon society start getting fewer and fewer, and you start getting more of the original construction of the dungeon that these people are inhabiting. And it takes you about a day's worth of walking. Because, it's easy. Who knows how long it took originally for those original heroes to sort of delve down this deep, but for you guys, super simple, super easy. And passing on through, you'll see people waving you off, sort of wishing you the best, saying farewells, best wishes and good luck for what you're planning to do. And at a certain point, at the end, you guys are beat, you guys are tired, you do make your way down to sort of the lowest level that the society gets to, and that is level 16. Level 16 is the third labyrinth in order from the first level down. This is the third labyrinth. Whereas the first labyrinth is level 1, and the second labyrinth has been mostly broken down in order to provide materials for the builders. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to find your mom? Did you intentionally want to not see her? Mm-hmm. Okay. Just wanted to be sure. Yeah, just wanted to be sure. But anyways, the second labyrinth being mostly decommissioned now, or being deconstructed to provide materials for the city and to expand in other places. But now going down to the third labyrinth down here, Mace, this is where your people are. This is the place in which your particular families and other sort of neighboring families of minotaurs inhabit, because this is the last labyrinth before it gets dungeon proper, where it's mostly abandoned or cleared out in that sort of way. And upon entering, like from level 15 to level 16 into the third labyrinth, when your eyes adjust to the light of this new level, you see a big streamer that says, "Welcome, 56 Delvers." And you can see that they've striked through 55th Delver and put a 6.
Yeah!
Well, yeah, I guess there's no sense in wasting material.
You think I could keep the banner?
I'm if we get out, which we will. But I hope if we get out, we can keep the banner.
When we get out.
When?
Stay hopeful.
That's so true.
When we can.
Stay truthful. That's what I always say.
We've now, Mace, the whole time in our first session, you were looking for your family. You were looking for your family to see if they're up in the city, perhaps waiting to hear the news of who was getting drawn. You weren't sure where they were, but now for sure they see you, and they are very excited to see you. So when you come stepping down, they're like, "Ooh, Mace, Mace, Mace!" And your little brother, Halbert, or Hal, he will come up and rush you and just sort of be like, "Oh my God, you got chosen!"
Hey, yeah. It's good to see you. Hey, Mom, Dad.
Your dad's just like, "Mace." Sorry, I can't give my voice any deeper, but Mace.
Hey, so it happened. Gonna try to make you proud.
Well, hey, I'm sure you guys are beat from walking all the way from the first level, trekking, or delving as it were.
That's a good one.
It was like weirdly easy. Like I thought we'd have to, I don't know, do some challenges or something. But
A lot of stuff was made to smooth out the passageway from here to there, because from here on, this is the threshold,
Yeah.
But you can deal with that in the morning. Please, we made dinner, enough for everyone.
all right, yeah, sure.
Happy to oblige.
Thank you.
Never want to turn down free dinner.
Is everyone named after a weapon?
Oh no, just us. We're the Melees. Pleasure to meet you, son.
I was about to ask, like, if you become a grandfather, do you have to change your name to Greatsword?
We haven't had anyone be a grandfather yet, but that's not a bad idea.
No pressure, Mace.
Not a bad idea at all.
Well, I mean, there's still Halbert here.
Well, I'm one of the first. I'm Shield, by the way, Shield Melee.
Oh.
My wife, she's over, and then he looks over and like she's like actively like tying up something, like trying to keep it out of your view. You can roll a perception check if you want to try to peer to see what that is.
So I guess instead of like Great Sword, if you become a grandfather, you're just Tower Shield.
15.
I'll think about it when it gets closer to a time where I know that I'm going to have a grandchild. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know I'm going to have a grandchild. I don't want to force anything on you or Hal.
Yeah, that's a long way off. Anyway, 15.
15?
For the perception check.
You from a 16 and from a 15. So from where you guys are standing, you can't see the whole of the item, but it's definitely something that has a handle, a big handle.
It's a gun. It's also 21. Not also, 821.
Yeah. So you see that be tucked away.
How tall is your brother, Mace?
How tall are you, Mace?
How tall am I? Oh, shoot.
Did we say like 7?
I said 7 feet.
Yeah, you're 7 foot tall. So yeah, your brother's like 6, probably like 6'8".
Yeah, he's short for now.
Short King.
Short.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dad's shield is like 7'3", but it's not only that he's tall, but he's also like very wide, hence the name, how he got the name Shield. Your mom is smaller, but that's where probably your brother gets more of the genes from.
Yeah.
How much younger is your brother?
A couple. I think he's like, so I think he's 16. I think that's what we say. He's a teenager while you were like a younger 20-year-old.
That checks out.
Yeah. So he's just a few years younger than you.
He's 16.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys are all welcome into the home of the Melees. A very, it's a stone-hewn berth where it's just sort of one big common room, and then like a hearth fire, like just adjacent to it, where it's like a kitchen area. But then everyone else sleeps in their own sort of little like perches. It's basically like you walk over, you turn a corner, and it's like, you know how Labyrinth is sort of be, where it's like a bunch of endless mazes. So you guys have your own little like path you have to get to your room, but your room is just whatever you want, like sort of like stone cut beds, very I guess rough living as it were, but home to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not much furniture or anything.
And so the foods down here aren't like how it is over in I guess Undefiance. The food here is much more sort of dungeon forage in that sort of way. Large bugs, different types of rat, like I should say cultivated sort of rats. I should say cultivated rats, or cultivated is not the right word. You know what I mean? It's like domesticated.
Cultivated.
I don't know. Yeah, rats grow from the trees. No, I'm just kidding. But it's like that sort of, you know, trying to make best of what the society or what this sort of in the dungeon society can provide. But it is a nice big feast for all of you to sort of rest up and sort of enjoy.
It makes so much sense why there's so many buff people here.
Yeah, it's a very heavy protein diet.
Yeah, like nothing but bugs, crickets, and grasshoppers.
And if you
Yeah,
pick
and
a
the-
rat from the trees.
And the only jobs here is just like lifting large stone bricks up flights of stairs.
Hendricks and Mace are eating bugs like Timon and Pumbaa.
Falling off the rocks.
Yeah.
There I am.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do here.
Food is food.
Food is food.
Excuse me, Mr. Melee, do you, and I bring out the bottle of wine, since you're hosting, do you like Sylvan wine, perhaps?
Never in my life have I had Sylvan wine.
Well, I place on the table. Have as much as you like, since you're hosting. I'd hate to not share with a friend.
Let me get the fine cups then. And he will go, so you guys were all drinking out of these metal like tin sort of cups and stuff like that. But he'll go over, he'll like lift a curtain for like a shelf that's been carved into the wall, and he'll pull out glasses that are made of rocks, like stones carved out the hole so that it's like little like drinking cups.
You see, I thought they were going to be ceramic.
Why?
I mean, look around.
What,
Like,
you can't have a china shop around bowls?
Where do you get
Wow.
the clay to get the ceramics?
I mean, we are in a dungeon, so I guess it makes a little.
I mean, we've gone through 16 levels and there's no clay.
Maybe a little bit up
Yeah,
towards
that's
the
a-
surface.
You said there was like a sunken cavern. There's no clay in the sunken cavern.
Look, blame Almiron Crumbledore for not adding to his.
You don't think he'd want?
So he's an
ceramic?
evil
Does-
wizard. He's
yeah.
probably just like, rocks.
You mean to tell me nobody knows mold earth around here?
There are very few wizards actually. Zoran is actually one of the very few like sort of wizards, or like magic users, like generic sort of like wizard type folk.
And he
Fireball.
can't make mud.
Material components cost.
Huh?
That's fair.
You can take dirt, you can mix it with water, sure, but then it's like that's not the same as just
That's not
clay.
real,
That's not
though.
clay. You need silk. You need extra material. I'm not going to get into the materials lecture.
This is our
I'm
new
not going to get a materials lecture about clay.
This is our new mission. We're bringing clay to the underground.
Yep.
What a valuable resource that would be.
Porcelain throne.
How else are we
We're
gonna
like-
have brick houses?
What do you mean all? I'm not gonna say that. All of these minotaurs are already brick houses. They're doing it.
You said it anyway.
I'm not gonna say it.
Mace's mother will go.
In person.
Wait,
conversation.
excuse me,
A person
Mrs.
with-
Mace's mother. What is your name?
Oh, my name. sorry. My name's Axe. I was originally from the battle family, up a few levels.
So you can be Great Axe.
What? Mace, what is he?
Just
I'm Malakai.
inside joke.
Hi.
Did
It's
we
like,
ever
never,
introduce
don't
ourselves?
worry about it.
As like a group.
Yeah. Anyway,
Short
how's
short K.
how have things been? I know it's
What
been
are
a
y'all's
while.
names again?
Didn't make it out for selection day, but you know,
Well,
I'm sure it's busy here.
we knew we would hear the news soon enough, and you know, they never usually send a Minotaur down, you know. But we heard it was you, and you know, we started getting things together. You know, we're very. I don't know if excited's the right word, but
Probably not. But I mean, try to do my best. I may have got kind of a little bit of a fan base, at the.
Oh no, I hear, and she will pull out like a handful of like letters that people have written for you.
Oh.
Malakai just starts visibly sweating.
Yeah, she'll be like,
Oh,
this boy Malakai really, has a lot of things to say. A lot of them are just sort of like how you did during a fight, which is nice for us to read because it's more in depth than what we hear about in the fight, in like the play-by-play for the fights.
Wait, are they all from Malakai?
You have one here. No, they are all from a fella named Malakai. So I don't know. You have one really big fan.
Can I roll to see if
that
he's
is
visibly sweating?
Crazy.
I'm gonna say your passive perception would definitely detect it. Malakai is like, eating a bug, and he's like,
Hello, Mrs. Axe. I'm actually Malakai.
oh, Miss Melee.
Miss Melee.
Just
I'm
call me
sorry.
Axe. I'm just messing with you.
Hi, I'm Malakai NIGHTSPLITTER. How are you?
Do you spell it like this?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for going to all my daughter's fights. Very, very appreciative of that.
Don't worry, I'm a very big fan. I look up to her both literally and metaphorically.
How did you find her address?
How did you find my address?
I'm also wondering, how did you know to...
Yeah, Malakai, it's
trying
sort
to
of like
keep a
a
low
cave.
profile.
There isn't really like an address.
How did you get these letters to the melees?
Halbert
My
just goes,
brother.
it's like, yeah, I didn't really think that our postal service really worked all this far down in the dungeon. We usually have to send runners up the levels to get to a place where it sort of reaches.
Well, anyway, it's a nice gesture, I guess.
Did everyone eat? Did everyone have enough?
Oh, I've had my fill. Thank you very much.
been brilliant.
Delicious.
That's good. That's
Do you
good.
have any more centipedes?
Yes, we have more centipedes. Here you go.
I think they've grown to become my favorite. There's just something about them where it's like I look at them and I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna get you.
Well-
I'm gonna get you.
Well, hey,
More legs, the better.
that's a good.
Wow.
That's a good
Well.
motto to live by. Shield says. You all better enjoy it now and eat while you can before you're stuck eating rations for the next few.
Hendricks.
Okay, I'll have another
that
centipede.
sense
You got me. I'll have another one.
Here's another one. It's like just a
Oh,
big
They
one
have more
skewered
legs
on like a
than
stick.
Ah, thank you.
What do you mean, no? They have 4.
By the way, the rest of your equipment we've pieced together with what we got down here. Tomorrow, after you've rested, you'll meet with the registrar. You'll speak with them, and then you'll begin your descent. How many of you know about what lies beyond here? Well, MACE. As you know, we live adjacent to a similar place up in level 2, up where Defiance is. We live next to another original adventure is called the Hole. We like to call it the Pit, just because it sounds cooler like that. Originally, it was just seen as an impassable sort of barrier, and which is why we built the bridge across it. But few delvers ago, the 39th delvers discovered that pit leads 10 levels down, reconnecting back up with level 26. It's a shortcut, So we've assembled a little sort of system to bring you all the way down. We had to use it's a lot of rope, and sadly we don't have a way to bring it back up without sort of revealing that. But you'll hear all about that tomorrow. So beyond that, it's sort of a quicker sailing than the past few folk that I've seen pass through. A lot of delvers had to go the long way around down those 10, but it takes you all the way down to 26.
And
Lot
what's on 26?
Oh, 26 is just 26 is just more similar to a fortress, a stronghold type system. Maze-like in a way that isn't comforting to us, so might bump your head a little bit. And going on below that, at least my knowledge serves me right, it starts getting cavernous once more. Sort of wanes in and out of stone masonry and cavernous and all of that type of stuff. But it gets cavernous for a few levels, just by the luck of the heroes. And it gets kind of cramped the lower you get, and especially down to the 30s. But if any of the logs to indicate 40s, it gets back into sort of that stronghold type. but very few, like, you won't see any flooded caverns, you won't see any sort of trees or anything, at least as far as we know of, as far as we can get back from our delve logs, which you'll get tomorrow. But yeah, you're all welcome. We do have cushions. We save them for people who come down here and they rest before they sort of go forward. Never thought that we would have them. Very weird cushions. And so he'll pull, and like there's these sort of like, not rucksack, but it's just sort of like these, this canvas sort of like sacks that have like either things that act as feathers or sometimes just true like literal feathers, but things that just sort of act as a pillow.
Like gravel.
Yeah. Some are just, yeah. Well, you guys sleep on rocks, truly. So rocks and sort of like animal skin pelts that just sort of act as like your back. But
Excuse me, what?
Huh?
You mean to tell me that in all of our years, it's cultivating as a society that we've never learned how to like grow a plant to be comfortable? We're still cotton down here?
It's more of a cultural difference. I don't know. Dungeon creatures are used to rock.
cotton also requires most plants require sunlight, something that
We
is
did have
not found a lot
a
here.
false sun though.
You have false sun only in Defiance. Only in the temple can you get a false sun.
Whack. Oh.
Yeah, you live in a perpetually, infinitely generating dungeon, and that's the part that's whack, is that you haven't cultivated cotton.
Yeah.
It really is a travesty.
Listen, by living in the dungeon, born and raised by the dungeon, molded by the dungeon, of course,
was born in the dungeon, molded by it.
it only being able to live onto the second floor on top of that, that is all I know. Anything beyond that was just rumors, hearsay, and whatever my brother was willing to tell me, okay?
Malakai, have you never left the second story?
I feel like if you were here for the first part of the conversation, you would know that, yes.
Right.
Let me break open this wine.
Hendricks is gonna cast Calm Emotion.
Everyone chills out for a second. He'll pour wine for each of you, just a little bit. It is really nice. It's very sweet. It's
Just like smell test it or something subtly, just like
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you smell it is a very strong smell. So as soon a very fruity aroma erupts to the whole house as soon as it cracks open and things like that.
there's nothing weird about it.
Describe the notes.
I am not a sommelier, so I have no clue how to describe wine. It smells like fruit. How about that? It smells like fermented grapes, if that helps you.
It's got a
There's a
chestnut,
chocolate smell.
Chocolate note.
a little bit noted date.
Am I getting peach?
I don't think any of you, except for probably Dia, would have had the
Him
luxury
too.
of. Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if chocolate's in the Feywild, but definitely chocolate's.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
what?
I feel like it would.
If they have sugar,
Definitely
they can have
is.
chocolate.
I'm sure there are things that taste like chocolate. But
There's
it's not
the chocolate fountain mountains.
Okay, but then
Springs.
you live in fucking Candyland, yeah.
There's these little
Been a long
creatures.
time since I've been
It sounds nice, but it's real dangerous. I almost lost a toe there one time.
Sylvester's from a golden corral.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first. The Feywild is just a golden corral. An all-you-can-eat buffet where their chocolates flow from the streams.
Wait, would a chocolate? Would a chocolate elemental just be like in between the
boy
water and the earth?
in the dream world where he's
I think it'd be just a candy elemental would be it. I think it'd be its own. A sugar elemental, really.
No, it's not the whole thing. It's just one place.
Oh,
All right,
so
all right.
the creepy guy.
Anyways,
No more chocolate fountain mountain.
with dinner having been resolved, everyone free to find your own spot. You got cushions, you guys can sleep. Your family though, as they're cleaning up, I'm imagining you're helping clean up, right? So as you're sort of putting away these stone plates and stone bowls and stone cups and sort of putting them away, your mom will hand you something that you think is sort of a spoon or whatever, but it is the bottom of a handle to a large mace.
Oh, name drop.
Oh.
And she's just holding out a beaming smile. She surprised you with it.
Man, what is this? A going away gift, I guess?
This was in the chest that your father guarded for a few months before the original adventurers original heroes came through. They found it in this chest.
Oh.
Nice.
And the carved into the handle is love ya.
Oh. Okay.
You now that is a +1 magical mace. So you get +1 to rolls and you get a +1 to damage.
The mace just like stands there, looks at the mace, and then just gives her mom a hug.
Yeah, she'll hug you. You know, just two incredibly massive minotaurs having a very nice moment there. She whispers to you, it's like, just wait till you see what we got Hal for when he turns 20.
What is it?
A halberd.
Oh shit. Duh. Yeah, you're so right.
Dang.
You can leave the one that you got with us. I think it served you well, but this one, never rust, never tarnish.
Thank you.
I feel like that should be the family motto.
Never rust, never tarnishes.
And so she'll pull up a sleeve to reveal like a tattoo that says never rust.
Ahead of you.
It's just like the Dark Souls ring right there in the center.
Blood and stone.
No. She's an axe, and like on the handle of the axe says never rust, never tarnish.
Funny thing.
Try to make you proud.
Speaking of which, of other magical items given to you by your parents, lantern of revealing for you, and a moonstone necklace for you.
Man.
Wow.
Anyone who
Table left privilege.
Yep.
It did end up, as I was drawing them, I realized it was like, yep, this is all just like this half of the table.
Notice Jonathan's favorite.
Your parents don't love
This is
you.
what-
It's alright, I can make my own stuff. It's fine.
I'm sorry, you didn't visit your mom, and you two don't have parents here.
Well, no, this
It's
was
not
from Bishop
really
Dogma.
my choice in the matter.
the
Yeah,
perks
it's,
of not
okay.
killing off your parents in your backstory.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
My parents are alive and well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm adopted.
My parents
So,
died
So-
of old age.
Is there any, do you want to have like a longer conversation with your parents, or do you guys just want to, are you guys just excited to sort of go, or like ready to move forward?
oh, I'm here for the Mace backstory. Says Malachi NIGHTSPLITTER.
Out loud.
Actual turnaround.
Backstory?
Oh, do you need help finding a place to sleep?
I mean, do you guys have like a nice tall tree branch?
No.
Oh,
What?
I guess I will go find one.
Malachi's asked that every level. Is there trees here? No.
Yeah, you guys passed through the one mangrove forest level, and then he was like, "Whoa,
Guys,
It's
can
like
we...
on level 3.
yeah,
right?
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
level 4, but
It was just like, guys, can we take a long rest here at this mangrove forest?
I like how there's actually an owl in the party.
I like trees.
never seen one.
Oh, so.
Oh, the mangrove, yes.
Yeah.
But
Mangroves
I
are
tree
crap.
know
I really don't know what a tree is. I have no clue what a tree can be.
I don't know if
Shows it
Mace
us.
would like seek out her parents for a long conversation, but maybe Hal. Just
Hal, yeah, so once you're done sort of cleaning up, Hal, I guess, I think it would be appropriate for you and Hal to have shared a room because it's like carving stone from the wall is a pain in the ass, so just like fitting both of you in. Like, there's the smooth side where you originally, like, it's like that's where your crib was, and then they carved out more just to put Hal in the same room. And both of you, like, for all of you, or especially Hal, it's like his feet go over the bed because they didn't expect him to grow that fast, but also they just haven't had the time to expand out the bed even more. So he just sort of sleeps sideways in his bed, where his like legs dangle over the edge. But like he'll already be sort of lounging there while you come in and sleep. He's like,
just kind of.
"Oh,
Hey.
come in. I think you're sleeping in your spot, right?"
Oh yeah, right. It's still there.
I have a question to ask you.
Yeah.
How do you keep your fur not matted when you have the helmet on all the time?
That's a good question. I don't really. I don't know. It just
The centipedes.
grows that way, I guess.
Because
I mean, look at it. It's not matted necessarily. But
the one that mom and dad got me to like practice with, and he'll pull out like his little skull cap, and so he'll like funk it on his like on his head and like fits really tightly. He says, "I don't know. It just feels like really uncomfortable. I think there's like a rivet in the bottom here that's just sort of grazing up against my head. It just feels really, and I don't know what's gonna happen if someone like hits me straight on. You know what I
yeah.
mean?"
Oh, that's not good. Can I see it? Do you have it? Or, yeah.
It's just like a boiled
inspect the
egg, you
inside.
can
Is there
crack
like
it
a?
first.
It's just
dent
really
or
dented. It's
anything?
old. It's dented. It's just like it's it's the best that your parents can really get for him. I mean, he's young too. He probably won't be seen fighting for a while if he even goes down that path, sort of deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a problem. You're thinking of going the whole fighting route. The whole.
I mean, we're the melees, right? I feel like it's the most appropriate.
Yeah. Well, I'll try and. Is there any way I can like, I don't know, try it maybe with like a, I don't know, a smaller weapon I have or something. Just try to like undent it or like pop some.
Roll a. Yeah, let's just say roll a strength check.
Weirdly not good. Hold on.
Would you like to use the dice tray?
Oh, so true. Too late. It's an 11.
11. So I'll say this: it's like you were with sort of the back end of the mace that you just got. You sort of hammer it out. So now it's like it's more spacious on the inside, but there's dents now on like appearing on the outside. It's like that's fine. That's fine.
So that's character.
He'll fit it onto his head. It's like it's a little better. It doesn't rub against my head, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Are you scared?
didn't really think about it. Maybe a little bit. Yeah. I mean,
I think that's fine. I mean, I would be, I mean, I feel like everyone would be when they start going to places that are just known to be dangerous, And you can get lost really easily. I think that's the biggest thing, like on the way down. At least that's what I hear. So
we're minotaurs. It's a labyrinth, It's really fine.
that's a good way to look at it. It's all one big labyrinth. Trying to figure it out.
And who isn't scared? Everyone's scared all the time. So yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, but you're like a champion fighter. You're ever scared when you step into the ring?
Not the ring. No, that's I'm used to it at this point. That kind of feels like home sometimes. I mean, this is home, but
Yeah.
home away from home. Anyway, I've missed you. Give him a hug.
Yeah, little sibling hug. So I guess you guys would just sort of yap about sort of like catching up about.
Yeah, I just kind of want to know like how he's been doing in general.
I mean, he's been doing good. I mean, he's just helping out your parents. It's like a lot of the education of this place is just learning about the dungeon and like what secrets it can hold and things like that. Mm-hmm. And so he just sort of talks to you about that sort of stuff and just how he's excited to like actually learn to fight for real, not just for like tussling up, but just like to fight for show in the sense that you do, like with a weapon to like and that.
Cool.
You really are even more so than your parents, and your parents are like your greatest heroes. But imagine how much he must look up to you in that sort of way.
I think I'd spar a little bit with him too.
Yeah,
just kind of give him some
all of you in the middle of the night, whether you're awake or like trying to fall asleep, you just hear like a and you're like, Mom, I'm okay.
It's like clanging weapons. Yeah.
But in the next day, I mean, there's no real like light or night cycle. So yes, Michael.
Can I make a joke?
Please. I'm glad you asked for permission this time.
Do you think Halbert has gone into like his angsty stage and he has like an unhealthy obsession with rock music?
Rock music.
So in the next sort of after everyone has rested,
He's been hanging around with his dwarf
your
friends
family.
The next morning, Joe.
Yes,
the next morning.
When y'all awaken from your slumber, from when you awake after this sort of rest, the melees will see you off. They'll get back to sort of what they do, which is mostly lifting shit and moving things over. So they'll start that day of doing that. Hal usually watches watches your domicile while everyone else is off. But y'all will be sort of brought over to a structure that isn't a part of the labyrinth. So this is sort of a larger maze and sort of it's divided into like subsections for people to live in. But at the center of the maze is an actual center. It's a building constructed that isn't a part of the original construction of this level. But it's a building that acts as sort of like imagine if every level was a town hall or like a city or town. It's not really like that, but this is like the main sort of government office here in this part of the dungeon. And here, standing outside, like waving y'all to come over, is sort of a large minotaur, black fur in that sort of sense, clad in not like full plate or not really any particular sort of armor, but in fact, like sort of a leather jerkin sort of vest, like more civilian type clothing, not like fighting or anything like that. But he is a minotaur. He does have like a big old like iron nose piece right there, like of wrought iron, like sort of it twists in that sort of cool way that wrought iron looks like when it's like a little blackened but twisted up. And so he'll wave you over. $56, and he'll like point to your little crest that, or like the little badges that you have.
Yes, sir.
Do I know this guy?
Yes, this is Rot Bones. So Rot spelled in WROUGHT. So Rot, and he is of the Bones family. So y'all will sort of step up, and that's
Tell me that there ain't no wizards, but there's a whole family of necromancers down here.
What?
His last name is Bones.
Oh, that's
Like,
that's
as
just
a-
the
It's normal here
Convention.
for names like that.
Hey Rod.
Hendricks gentle
How you doing?
parenting.
How you doing? How you doing, little Mace?
I mean, all right. Listen, I've had a growth spurt since then. I'm a lot taller now.
Yeah, but I remember.
I'm like eye level with you.
I remember when you were only 6 foot tall. Okay, so forgive me for remembering old times.
Yeah. I still kick your ass though.
Yeah, when he does 6 feet tall, he's like 6 feet tall.
But yeah, finally called my name. So
All of you ready? All of you made your peace with it?
You bet.
I reckon we ought to get on with it.
This is the best day of my life.
That's never in years of doing this job have I heard that. But, well, y'all have a task before you. To find an exit of this dungeon. But, like most of the quests, most of the mission objectives given to previous delvers, that may not be satisfied. And you know what? I want to let you know this. That's okay. I'm a Minotaur, but I know a lot about the surface folk, and I know a lot about their values and things like that. So forgiveness is one thing I've been trying to work on in many years. I used to get really upset, but now it's all right. But I'd like to let you know that it's going to be okay, as long as you do one thing. Can anyone guess what that is?
Stick together.
Don't
Survive.
Kill people.
Believe in the power of friendship.
He will lift a tome that has like a handle on it, like a big sort of leather tome. And he'll lift it up, and it has your little like medal of 56 in it. And he'll lift it up, and he'll go, if you keep track on what you learned,
I was close.
who will volunteer to be the scribe of the 56 delvers?
Can
No,
I be
I'll
the
do it.
scribe?
I think it should be.
Yeah,
I think it should
I
be.
think
her.
Already we got a little bit of a party disagreement, so who will be...
I really think
Yeah,
it should be
it
her.
really
Yeah, it
that
should
one.
probably
I
be
don't
her.
do it.
Yeah, it's her.
I believe that is in Jordy.
Responsible.
Sorry, pal.
Listen, it's okay. I've written enough by the looks of it.
As scribe, sorry. He will then pull out like a small little dagger and go, as the power invested in me as Lord Keeper of this 16th level, I will grant you the duties and the entire responsibilities as scribe of the 56 delvers. You are to log all notable events, all information gathered and learned on your way down there. You are also to be the one to keep track of rations and all other type of logistical things to be noted in the book on a daily basis.
Okay. I can do that.
Amazing. Oh, as a scribe, and then I'll lift it back up. As a scribe, you are also have the responsibilities and duties to create and map out dungeons as you delve deeper into them in the best way possible.
Okay.
And that's that. No, sheath is.
There's a checklist of things that he just.
Anyways, so with that being said, you have a
I
scribe.
believe in you.
You have a scribe.
Hey, you're
You have your equipment. You have your equipment. Is there anything you need to do, say, think? Moment to pray, moment to meditate?
I would like to go out and take a moment to pray.
Oh, I bring in a little brown package, very thin but tied up. I said, "Could you give this? Are the melees here?
Melees went to work, or melees
Could you-
went to their day.
Could you hand this off to the melees? Just a little gift for their hospitality."
Oh, sure thing. Sure thing. He'll take it from you. So what is it?
With the 4 hours that I stayed up, I crocheted coasters.
That's so cute. Does it have like a design, or is it just?
No,
like
it has designs. It's
Oh,
a
what is it?
shield and an axe and a mace and a halberd and like floral designs around
Matching
You
each.
are
set.
so nice.
A matching set.
Yeah.
That's
Are you
so
talking
cute.
to Sam or Sylvester?
Yes.
Sylvester.
Oh, it ain't no thing.
Well, all right. If you would follow me, you all begin your delve, and he'll take you to the edge of the level where there is that bridge that sort of spans across this big hole where you can see the exit of this level on the other side. But here there is a very ramshackled pulley system that has a big old metal bucket large enough for people to stand in, and a big series of ropes, like thick ropes, like sort of intertwined with each other in order to lower it down deep into this pit. Before I forget, if you need this will drop for you, and this will be down at level 26, as deep as it goes. This pit, we don't know if it's truly bottomless. We don't have that much rope, but we do know that there is a shortcut entrance into level 26 from here. It's gonna take a while, but once you get down there, it's basically at the end of this rope coil, and you see a massive coil of rope that's like double bound. And he'll say, once we lower it all the way, you'll be right there at the lip of the edge. Try not to fall, because we don't know what's at the very bottom. We assume nothing. It just keeps going. So we've never found if there's any other shortcuts going deeper. We also don't have enough rope to keep venturing down in this sort of fashion. We just know that it leads up from those delves before. Yes.
Mr. Raw, is there anything keeping from me and Malachi just flying down?
Straight down.
Hello.
Well, to 26, so
There's nothing stopping you.
Or
but
also checking out to see if there is a bottom.
yeah, do we have to take the bucket?
it's very dark.
I got a
No
lantern.
problem.
I got a lantern.
The problem is, it's the same kind of darkness that you see when you go down a level on the stairs.
Listen, my mom kissed this lantern. It's a very special lantern. I do not believe what you're telling me.
May I see the lantern?
Yes, you may see the lantern.
Oh, lantern are revealing, and he'll like fiddle with the little thing that allows the eye to open and close to like let more light or shine a more focused light, or let it like sort of go out. Pass it back to you. Well, I guess you could fly down.
Only
That's
one way to find
I have
out.
very good eyes myself.
I feel like this is a bad plan.
I feel
like
Hendricks,
I
thinking
can't
what I'm
stop you.
thinking?
All I know is that tried and true method. Never had flyers go down or glide down. Just seems kind of dangerous because like you're just flying in a circle all the way.
I plan on simply going down to 26 and not taking the bucket because I don't trust it, even though I am incredibly light.
Oh, we test it. We test it all the time. We don't use it all the time. but we
It's
test
just a me thing.
I feel like,
Have a joke that's out of character.
as a non-flying,
Yeah, I'm getting in the bucket. I'm
It
ready
seems
to
like a
go.
pretty sturdy bucket.
I feel like you need a chaperone if you do decide to fly down, which means you.
I mean, you two could like fly
So
along.
this
Yeah,
seems
Hendricks,
like
I feel like you've made a lot of headway with him already, so like if he starts going down further, keep him at that
Just
26
imagine,
level.
Just as we're going down, we do like synchronized dancing.
We're
like,
getting in the bucket.
water.
We're getting in the bucket.
I'm not going in the bucket.
You're going in the
Good
bucket.
idea.
Okay.
A lot of
okay.
space.
Low enough,
A lot of
I read-
space.
I read
First time. Lot of space. Perfectly fine. Who's the first one to step onto the bucket?
I guess since I have to be in the bucket, I will step into the bucket.
Yeah, perfectly sturdy. Perfectly sturdy. Who's next?
I will get in the bucket.
Great.
I'll go in.
How many
a very-
people can fit in this bucket?
All of you can fit. Like, it's very reasonably sized. In fact, you could probably fit like another like 4 people, including you guys. So it's pretty spacious. It's just a very wide system that they've got
Yeah,
here.
this is a really well made bucket.
This is
I'll go next, just because I'm biggest. I don't want to be like.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
When you step onto
Jeez.
it does like go.
Okay.
Like you can.
Talia grabs onto the edge of the bucket.
Yeah, I guess. Well, we did test these for Minotaur weight, but I I guess including all equipment. I guess we didn't include all the equipment weights to it, but it still should hold. You'll be fine.
I mean, I don't mind stepping out.
No.
No, don't.
Stay in the bucket.
Now remember, this bucket will stay there. Will stay there hovering at level 26. It's the furthest that the rope can go. If you need to get out, find your way back to that point. Get onto the bucket. We'll notice that it's different. We have someone watching this. Well, we'll have someone watching this until you reemerge from your delve, and that's how we know when to start pulling it up. But we'll say 30 seconds when we notice that there's a difference in the weight of the rope. And if you're not on, then we'll start pulling regardless. So you get about 30 seconds from when the first person steps on. All right? You all ready?
Yeah, I'm in the bucket.
You will close the door to the bucket and sort of latch it closed.
I feel like it's less of a bucket and more of a tub.
All right.
It's just like the chum bucket.
All right. Start lowering, and you'll see that there are like 8 minotaurs around this one big wheel with large handles, and they'll just start like turning it, and you guys will begin to slowly descend
Love how
into
they,
the dungeon.
they're really just cranking
Can I
that
go back
soldier
now?
boy for us.
So raise your hand if you have night vision again, or
I
if
think
you
we-
have dark vision.
think
I
we
think
all
all
do.
of you, right? So there's no need for any type of like normal candlelight or anything like that. But your eyes do the thing where it's like it fades away and it fades back, and it's a little disorienting in this moment. But what's really crazy is that it feels like when you look up, you can't see anything. You can't see the lights that were there. But when you and the deeper you go, it just seems like you just vanish into the pure darkness. You just hear the sounds of the rope going above you. And all of a sudden, there's a sudden, like not a sudden sharp jolt, but a sudden jolt. And you're looking all around you in the dark, and you see the outline of the entrance into 26.
Well, I
This
step
is our
off.
stop.
I call dibs to go out first.
Undo the latch, step off into the cave. Your feet patter against the stone, and it echoes into the dungeon.
Well, that's a good sign.
Can I go ahead and light my lantern?
Yeah, absolutely. You take a candle and you light your lantern and you put it in, and a sort of bright light illuminates sort of deep into the cavern. Yeah. And it looks like at a certain point it stops becoming a cave, and then it starts becoming like dungeon proper, like sort of stronghold type feel. You know, we see stone brick and stuff like that. We must now determine, with your minis, please arrange yourself in your marching order.
Oh, wow.
Who's first, who's second, who's last?
I die instantly.
Rather squishy.
Yeah, where do we?
in the lead.
Just throw me out there and someone can.
He's backwards. He's walking backwards.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine either way.
How wide is it? Like,
Put
how
me
can we?
Right in
Well,
the.
this is just I'm more talking about like line order.
Line order?
So I'm just
Okay.
thinking about who's in front. So Mace is up
We've
front.
got
I
like
feel
a
like I should be
phalanx.
relatively close to the front.
We have
Yeah.
a sword formation.
We got Dio on the flank. We have Sylvester on the flank. We have immediately behind Mace, I see Malakai. Then we
'Cause
have
of
our Allen friend. Then we have Ty.
Eyes, I can perceive well. So.
Very good. So marching order set. We will begin the delve.
the arrow.
So
I'm gonna start playing just ambient tunes.
Oh,
the acoustics down here are incredible.
Yeah.
It's just bouncing off every wall possible, and you can actually hear it echo back to you. That's how sort of that's how large these
The
sort of
travel
floors
song
are.
from Shrek, the musical.
Sing a song.
I was thinking more secret tunnel.
Oh, it could be Secret Tunnel either. Just
Another thing
preference.
about it too is that when it comes to the dungeon itself, it's mostly abandoned. Like a lot of these floors going down are abandoned, and you'll actually find that on the inside cover of the delve log are a number of points about certain levels and like their importance. A lot of them say abandoned, cleared out, fully explored, not fully explored, in that sort of way. Level 26 has been fully cleared out, fully explored.
okay. I'll relay this to the group.
Yeah. There's also a spot for your name to write, like who's your scribe and the other members of your party.
Out of game question, do you want me to actually write on this?
Yeah, absolutely. You can on your magic items write whatever you want. You know,
Whatever I want.
Michael.
I'm not. Yes, whatever you want, Michael.
putting the wish spell in there.
No, that's not what I mean. It says right here, I get guaranteed critical hits.
Oh my god.
It says I win the game.
It says right here, I am best as boy.
All right. Well, beginning onwards, we will go through the motions, marching through this order. Ooh, I get to roll dice. Not much.
Anyone have alert? No?
No? Just me? Okay.
Not even me.
You will end up. So here's the thing about these sort of levels. They're mapped out, they're fully explored and things like that. Following sort of the instructions as in the back of on this sort of notes section of your delve log, because the other pages are blank for your notes and for keeping track of all your stuff. On the back end, it says sort of, it's mostly, the instructions are mostly landmark based for like directions of how to get around each level. And so without any real delay, you find yourself standing before a great set of doors that is the entrance to the next level, to level 27. In this sort of room, you're entering into this large sort of antechamber, like a very big sort of room, and then just this big set of doors. Here in the room, it's just a sort of square box before this great, like truly humongous set of doors that is the exit to the tunnel. In marching order, are we approaching the door to sort of like these great big handles too? So Mace,
Try the door.
can all of you roll a perception check for me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Can I cast a quick guidance on Mace?
Oh, that's
Sure.
a.
So guidance.
How
So-
We're doing pretty all right.
All right. Hold
on.
So we have a cast spell first, and then I'll ask around for the perception check. So you cast a guidance on Mace.
Yep.
Okay. So what does guidance do again?
She gets to add a d4 to her next ability check.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who says I'm making a check?
All right. So perception checks.
Well, to open the
Perception
door.
checks around. Let's start with table right. Sam, what'd you get?
25.
25. 3.
2.
2.
13.
13.
14.
14.
15.
15.
I'm just playing my
Okay.
silly little song.
So
I'm not
table left. Table left plus plus Sylvester. All of you. You noticed something before. Like, how close do you get to the door? Do you think?
Pretty. I was gonna just try the handle. You said there we go.
So I'd say that you guys are fairly close up to the door. Sylvester, on a 25. So actually I'll start with the lower numbers first. You three will notice that off to the side of this room, it really is just a box in a sort of off-putting type way. In a sense, like there is truly nothing else here, no pillars that hold up the ceiling, no nothing like that. And it does seem a little odd in that, like it sort of gives an off-putting vibe because it's like this huge room, but there's nothing in it. There's no centerpiece, a part of it. Sylvester, on a 25, you will notice that off to the side of the great door, like onto its left, you will notice huge, like cleaving scratch marks into the wall. But the thing about it is that covering over it, it's not, it doesn't look like, it looks like the stone has been off-colored, which is not something that stone does when you like break pieces of it off. It just looks a little off-color than what it is.
So where are we at? Mace, you're right at the door.
Mace is right at the door about to open it, but I'm going to say that this is the last chance for any other action.
Can I
Before you open it.
survival the scratch mark?
Sure, absolutely. Roll a survival check.
That's a 21.
21. When looking upon it, you delve back into your mind.
I'll say if that means I'm like up next to Mace, like by
So
the door.
Pull, pull you over to like the middle line. Yeah. So, appearing, like sort of looking over and like really examining it. On a 25 survival, you get a gut feeling that
21.
21, sorry. You have a gut feeling that you will trigger something if you were to touch this portion of the wall.
The scratch.
Now here's the thing. Because it's scratch marks, your survival instincts is telling you that it's probably something dangerous. And it's probably something that will, lead to something bigger appearing. But you on 21, you don't know what that is, especially with your knowledge of the dungeon.
Mm.
It could be anything, but this is definitely not like alert vibes. Like this is not normal.
All right. I'll go. Hold up now.
Mace, you're like right before you grab the handles.
There's something down here. I look around the room. I don't know what these scratch marks are. I don't recognize this form of critter, but I think there's either something behind the door or in this room with us or something, and we just need to be ready.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
I'm just kind of going up and down with the lantern, just seeing if it reveals anything.
Up and down,
Just
across the walls. You hold your lantern shining across the wall where he's at, and it will not reveal any sort of invisible creature or anything like that, as your magic item details.
Yeah.
You pan over the door.
No invisible creatures or objects.
Nothing really there either. You scan the whole room, and you're like sort of layer by layer going up. You shine it up at the top of the door frame, where there's a keystone, because it's like an arching door. On the top of that keystone, that light peers through at this keystone, and the keystone will open up, revealing a massive eye.
Well, that's not good.
Please,
Do we get-
players,
Oh,
roll
my
initiative for the first time of the campaign.
Hi, friend. How are you?
Wait, okay, emergency. Where did the mace I just get? No, I just got. Where'd it go? The paper.
I need to be better at rolling. That's it. Yeah, I.
Is it a
fall on the
roll?
ground?
Uh-oh.
I don't get another action.
CJ
before
did that.
That's it.
That's okay. We'll be good. Oh, battle map.
Battle map.
Battle map.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta change out my dice.
Fortnite. Battle pass.
All right,
D&D. Battle
ladies
map.
and
I've run out of
gentlemen,
my luck.
Okay.
Look
say
at
hello
Yeah,
to
you've been
your
rolling
first-
like God. You
the
bet-
door monster.
to your next ability check.
Well, I guess
get
we gotta
to add
rearrange
a
here.
D4.
Move your
Is that
characters over.
initiative?
'Cause-
I'm probably gonna drop my
Goblin
concentration.
crush.
There we are. So yes, can I
Where's
get initiatives from all of you, please?
13.
13.
7.
Okay, 13, 7,
6.
6,
Five.
5,
2.
2,
7.
Oh my god.
13,
Rock, paper, scissors on who
7,
goes first.
Yeah, it's
5,
whoever has higher dex.
6, what was yours?
2.
2, and 7 again.
Hey,
Alright,
hey,
I got a
it was a nat
natural
one. I've been rolling hot. I had to roll
I rolled
So-
gold at
so
some
this
point.
thing,
well
this
first
thing
session.
has a -2 to initiative for many reasons.
I'm gonna go.
No, but a roll of 15 on the die. So I need to roll off with Tyler real quick for
Well,
initiative.
I have higher dex, so don't I win the
Yes,
die?
no, that's a very fair
Yeah.
point. Very, very true point. So top of the initial order, Hendricks, and then going down goes Door, Sylvester, Malachi, Dio, Mace, and Thalia.
Alright. So I'm first to act.
Yes, first to act in this turn. All that has happened is that the eye has opened up and has now started like glazing over, like looking down upon y'all.
Alright. I'm gonna look around, and as an action, I'm gonna
Oh.
use.
Oh yes, sure, go on.
Well, can I make a perception check on the door first and foremost? Free action.
Yes, free action, perception check on the door.
It's just a 10.
All right. On a 10, were you looking for anything in particular?
Looking to see more so if there's anything that. If there's any way that it could approach us rather than us approaching it.
It doesn't appear, at this very moment on a 10, you don't see anything. But what I will say is that what you are seeing is that you are seeing the wood grains on the door reveal itself not to be wood grains at all. This thing is a mimic. It is ripping itself materially open, and the door, like the splintery of the wood, is now just its teeth. The back of the door is just a gaping maw that leads back into like a larger throat.
Alright. Then I don't know if you have. Oh no!
Ah.
Oh no.
There's a tongue.
It's not great.
Alright,
That's awesome.
then I'm gonna fly up 30 feet. I don't know if you have anything.
I
for
don't. We can
elevation.
just if you remember it, then I'll remember.
Okay.
I
I'm
think
gonna-
it's
Can you put your ring over your character?
Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna move 10 feet back,
And flying.
and
I'm not
fly
doing the
up-
trigonometry to determine how tall he is flying.
and fly up 20 feet.
Well,
As my action, I'm going to point to Sylvester and Mace and say, both of you stick together. I think you got it right. And I'm gonna use my ability Emboldening Bond, my subclass feature. So you two, as long as you're within 30 feet of each other, each turn you get 1d4. You can use that d4 on a check, on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. And that lasts for a minute. So for 10 rounds, pretty much you guys get one free use of Bless. It doesn't work like Bless where it's on everything. You have to pick per turn, but it's still pretty good. So that's for Sylvester and Mace. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon, and I'm gonna have it elevated to where I'm 20 feet up in the air and it's 60-foot range. So I'm just gonna try to get it as close to the eye as possible. And it's just gonna be a big, like the great hammer that Lisa uses in the pits, or that she used to.
Yeah.
Just reflection. I'm gonna be like, I was never fond of hitting, do it for me, Ma. And I'm gonna say, and you said to go for the eyes. So the hammer's gonna go for the eyes.
Roll to hit, please.
So that's gonna be just a spell attack bonus. That is a 14.
14 to hit. AC, it surpasses AC, so it does
Dang.
hit. So against the eye, you can see that the eye is attempting to close itself to reform back into its the stone form, but you were able to hit it right before.
All right. That is 9 force damage.
9 force damage. So it takes the full force damage. Your spiritual weapon goes forth, slamming it straight, sort of in the cornea area, and you see that it blinks, and it's like, ah! That will cause it to trigger.
Oh no.
Oopsie.
From the stone of the floor, you see that damage ripples out across all the stoneways. It ripples out through all the stoneways in this room, and from the tiles on the ground erupting, breaking through the ground.
Smell their tongues.
These sort of larger mimic sort of tentacles will break from burst from the ground.
Hey, what?
This is great, guys.
Guys, I
This is
say
awesome.
from outside the tentacles.
And from its maw, it will just send out a vicious roar that sort of echoes off the walls. I believe that is your turn.
It is.
Yeah. So it'll now
My
move
turn.
on to that of the door mimic.
Thank you.
Sorry. What it will do is that it will.
Does anyone else want to look up stuff to make sure they're getting that?
Right.
TPK first battle.
TPK first battle? Let's
I
try.
think we all just have to run through the door. From the inside,
So-
you know?
Gotta get past the
I'll test that theory.
This kind of looks
Maybe
like
we,
Monster
maybe we
House.
should have let them fly down
So this
into the pit.
will reach for Sylvester.
Oh no,
This one
he's too pretty to get
will reach for. Oh, Hendricks up in the
Does
air.
it have 30 feet
Nope.
of reach?
Hendricks. This one will reach for Dio. Or actually, no. This one will reach for Dio. Because it's enough squares away. This one will reach for Mace. So everyone, Sylvester, Dio, and Mace roll a opposed athletics check.
If you guys need to, you can use that D4.
hit. Oh, right, sorry.
Athletics.
Yes.
Cool.
Darn it.
Athletics?
Maybe you should change dice.
I stopped using the good one.
Well, firstly, Maggie, what
that
did
was
you
the
roll?
poor
Yeah, yeah.
one.
Oh, nat 20.
Mace, nat 20. Good first nat 20 during combat session. Let's go.
Yeah.
Plus 5.
Dio, what'd you get?
an 11.
11 versus. So you fail the athletics. This is a grapple check against these sort of tentacles. So you're able to sort of fend it off. Dio, yes.
This is a mechanical question.
Ooh, yes.
So, Artificer, Armor of Magical Strength. when I make a strength check or strength saving throw, I can expend a charge at a bonus. Would that count for an athletics check?
Oh yeah, that's a strength.
Okay,
that's a
then-
strength skill.
Yeah, then I'll expend a charge to make that a 15 instead of a
15. Okay, that does pass. You do.
Oh.
So your armor, like describe how your armor functions in the sense.
So Dio's armor at base level kind of just looks like a chainmail plate. But you see as soon as the combat initiates, the chains start to wrap themselves around his arms and around his neck, almost over his head, creating a helmet. And as this tentacle tries to strike down, a pulse of green energy like emanates from the chains, blocking the tentacle from grabbing him.
Protected by your own craft.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. Sylvester, what did you roll?
Was it a saving throw or
It was an opposed athletics check.
opposed athletics? That would be a 6.
A 6. Yes. So you will be grappled.
I think there's something with these. Oh shit!
You will be grappled, and in that moment, yeah. So you are now in the grappled condition.
I wish I could do myself upside down, like in Return of the Jedi when they're being pulled in by the Sarlacc, and I'm like trying to shoot it upside down.
Yeah. I will say that actually that's all it can do in this turn. We will move on to the next turn in the initiative order. Sylvester, you are now in the grappled
Oh,
condition.
jeez! Oh Lord! Okay.
DC. Okay, strength. Or I guess athletic. Yeah, athletics check. DC 16 to escape the grapple.
It's a 19.
Hey.
Describe how you get yourself out of the tentacle because it is like wrapping around you. Also mimics. They're sticky. Like they're a large part of them is like it's like a fly trap almost. So
No one liked
how do you?
Everybody just
I'm going to like
Tongue.
fumble for my gun as I'm pulled upside down, but the knife in my boot falls out. I catch it and like start stabbing at it, and I fall out.
Yeah, no nicks actually done to the actual.
Oh, for
thing.
sure.
Yeah, no cuts, but it's enough where it's like I don't think it's ever. This creature probably has never encountered a type of other creature that could fight back truly. So as soon as the knife grazes perhaps the top portion of the tentacle, it will like panic for a moment. And though you are stuck to it, you yank yourself off and you sort of hit the ground. Roll an acrobat.
Or if you want to say remove all concern of damage, I hit it with the spur on my boot or something.
You know
like
what?
that.
I think that's way cooler. Like if you just spur kick it,
Yeah.
but then it's sort of like it unwraps itself from you just enough for you to like force yourself out. Could you roll an acrobatics check to see if you land on your feet?
Happily. That's a 6.
6.
Why do I?
Directly onto the floor, ladies and gentlemen.
It's failed me
You
every
could
time.
you could add a D4 if you wanted
It's
to.
failed me every time.
You land prone. So
Okay.
to get up would be half your movement in this case. So
Owie.
Okay, that's fine.
you,
Am I?
thankfully, you weren't up for a whole turn, so you don't actually take that much fall. You don't take falling damage.
Okay. So am I next to it? I guess.
Yes. You are. Yeah, you're right next to it.
Is it all considered one creature, or mechanically are the tentacles considered different
Your
creatures?
chair.
I might just
Chair is a
clarify.
mimic.
Yeah. My chair keeps rolling away. So sorry. Okay. So at this very moment, you don't know if it's all one connected creature or if it's individual monsters yet. You, however, I will say you did roll pretty high on the survival earlier. I would think that you would be able to discern that it's all one connected piece.
Okay. In that case, oh my god, Tasha's you buff rangers so much. I'm going to, as a bonus action, cast the spell Zephyr Strike. And so it is a. Is it concentration?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Or there's a part.
Up to one. Yeah, concentration.
Yeah, yes, concentration up to 1 minute. So I don't provoke opportunity attacks, so I'm going to move 15 feet away from the tentacle. So I guess 1, 2, 3, 5 squares, 5 feet. 15. I'm gonna move 5 feet away. And then I am going to. I guess I'm gonna roll to shoot the tentacle because I am sort of stuck over here on my own.
The one that just grabbed you. Right?
Yeah, the one that's grabbed me.
All right. Roll to hit.
That's a 19.
Okay. 19 does hit.
Okay. I'm going to pull out Priscilla, kiss it, aim, and blast. And in doing so, I am going to activate 2 of my skills. I'm going to activate Favored Foe, and I'm going to use my Dreadful Strikes. So, Favored Foe, I am marking this creature as a whole. My mystical bond with nature to mark the target as my favored enemy for 1 minute or until. Oh, wait, I'm already concentrating. So, I guess in that case, you know what? I'll cancel concentration on Zephyr Strike. I don't really need it. And I'll now concentrate on this. So that does an additional 1d4 damage, and then Dreadful Strikes is every attack. The first attack on my turn is a d4. So that's 14 damage to the tentacle.
14 damage to the tentacle. Your bullet rings out from Priscilla True, finding purchase in the tentacle, even though it's like squirming about. You shoot it, you see the bullet shoot right through. It is now bleeding, sort of like a purplish. A large pot. So like it was still stony in a sense, like it was gray, but now it's like reverted to full purple. So now you're seeing more of this creature's true form. That tentacle got shot. 14? Yeah. Great. Is that all you can do during your turn?
That will be all I can do this turn.
All right. Malachi.
I say after activating.
I look at the mimic, and the first thing that runs through Malakai's mind is can mimics talk? Is there a society? Do they communicate with people? I feel like they would.
Do you want to ponder this as your action?
I want to instead go baseline on instinct, just kind of like look at the mimic in the eye and be like, hi, hello, how are you?
Okay, I'm gonna say that's your free action. Everyone else is like in the pitch of combat now, and you're just like, hello? Huh?
Who are you talking to?
Kill it, kid! I say as I blast the tentacle that
A
just grabbed me.
gunshot. By the way, a gunshot in an enclosed like dungeon, just like.
Yeah, loud.
I'm assuming the mimic does not respond.
It responds to violence. Kill it.
No, it does not respond.
Oh. Well, if that's the case, I then go up to just the main tongue, and as I pull out the warhammer, there seems to be like an odd shift in feeling where it has never felt like this alien to me, just holding it into my hand, and with it, as I kind of just like bring it up, as I look onto the tongue, it will erupt into a bout of fire. As I then bring it down, I would like to cast Searing Smite.
Oh. I can't handle being on my knees for that long. That's me. That's my bad. That's a me problem. I did say that.
That's gonna be on the internet.
Me and Tyler just saying
There's no offense. There's worse stuff of us on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, sorry, Malachi. Continue. What will? Malachi, what will you do?
I rolled a 10 to attack.
A 10 to hit the tongue.
The big tongue, yes.
Only a 10, or is that with modifier?
That is with modifier.
You will throw your mace. You will swing your warhammer down. The problem with the tongue is that it's very muscle intensive. So as soon as it swings down, it will flick its tongue back so that it misses. Is that all you can do in this turn? Other than move?
I mean, I can't really move out from it.
Or you're not grappled at this moment.
But that'd be an opportunity attack.
It would be.
Yeah. Like, I am committed to this tongue now.
Ew.
Hey,
Geek. All right.
put a ring on it first. Come on.
Take it as a dinner.
Is that all you're doing this turn then?
That's all I can do, yes.
All good. All right, Dio. You activating your armor protects you from the tentacle attempting to grab you.
So Dio has this big smile on his face, and he's like, finally, back in the action. So Dio is going to use Adrenaline Rush, his orc ability, to dash as a bonus action, moving 60 feet to the wall with the large gash in it. I believe I counted the squares correctly.
So you have 60 feet?
Yes.
Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Yeah,
40.
perfect.
I'm going to say 40. Like right here?
Yeah, that's perfect. As I do Adrenaline Rush, since I've dashed as the bonus action, I will also gain 2 temporary hit points. And once I've gotten to the wall, Dio's fist chains begin to wrap around it even deeper, glowing this deep green as almost smoke's coming off of it. And he's going to punch the wall with his thunder gauntlets.
Please.
Oh, you're in armor.
Please, roll to hit. Oh, please. So extra. I hope you roll poorly.
That one.
It is a 12.
That is a 12
Yeah.
on the wall. Roll damage.
All right.
Those artificers are so good.
All right. That is going to be 10 thunder damage.
10 thunder damage. Do you add anything else to it?
No. Well, it's a 6 plus my.
Yeah. Fair. So, your fist will strike the wall. The wall will reverberate out. This whole section of the wall is actually just a skin patch of the mix. So you'll see that it's in its chameleon sort of way. It flips to like a more fleshy tone before reverting back to stone. You saw that there are some parts of it that are still very much stone. The damage done is not permanent, but the thunder damage, it will peek through a couple points of damage. So it will, So you will deal 4 points of damage to this portion of the wall. You'll punch this portion of the wall, and then like those, so now those cracks that you saw that were discolored before, they will remain the purple flesh color in between the cracks of the stone, this section. And it also, in a sort of funny way, like how skin feels, like when you like slap like a portion of it, it just sort of waves in that sort of way, in like a jiggly sort of like pod thing, like a sack.
Shout out to the jiggle physics of this mimic.
All right, thank you, Michael.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, sure is. Is that all you can do this turn?
Yeah, that's my action and my bonus action.
Word. Flipping over to Mace. Your turn in the initiative order. You are like face to face with the tongue right now.
Cool. I'm gonna get my mace out then. The one I just got from.
Sort of this sort of big, heavy, sort of hefty, big ball on a stick with spikes on it. As plain as simple as day. But what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna go for it. Tongue's right from me. I'm gonna.
Sounds
try
good.
to- Yeah.
Roll the hit.
Oh, okay. That's
Big boy's
okay.
rolling good.
That's. What is that? 15.
15 to hit on the tongue will hit.
Yeah. All right.
Right. Roll damage, please.
Heck yeah. Oh, I forgot to bonus action.
Wait, hold on a minute.
Huh?
That would have been an 18.
19? What?
Yeah.
What?
Your mace uses strength, right?
Yeah.
You get a +1 and then you get plus your strength.
That'd be
Also plus your proficiency bonus.
Plus proficiency also. Yeah, that's right. That would have been
Plus
18.
five,
But I mean, either
then
way,
with a plus
it
one.
hits.
Yeah, hits anyway.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're cool.
But for
Roll
sure.
damage and don't forget to add that +1 for your mace.
Yeah. That's just wait. Plus strength is what is that? 8 plus what would that be?
Math.
Oh.
Wait, what's the
Math?
I think it's
equation?
9. I
9
believe. Yeah.
9 damage. You deal 9 points of damage to this tongue as your mace goes right in it. You see the spikes of it piercing into the skin now. The tongue is now bleeding.
Yeah, this is kind of gross. I don't. This.
So we can
Look
plus
gross.
one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay engaged with it.
Sounds good. Yeah. Is that all you'll do this turn?
Yep.
Great. Moving on to Thalia. Thalia, it is your turn. I wonder how your character would be feeling about this situation.
Oh, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all, but I'm going to move closer to that tentacle.
This one.
Yeah.
How many spaces? Like right up against
One.
it. So
One space.
okay. You
And I'm
move
gonna-
that much closer.
I'm gonna take the carved wooden sticks from my hip, put them together, play a tune, and cast Thunderwave.
Great. What is the save on Thunderwave, if you would?
Constitution 12.
Constitution saving throw of 12. Okay.
What's
I
the
do
range on
believe-
it?
Wouldn't that hit
I was
all
gonna
of
say,
us?
I do believe
I believe Thunderwave
hits
is an area of
everyone
effect,
within 15
Oh,
feet.
does it?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, depends on how you angle it.
Yeah,
mean-
if I'm angling it towards the wall.
I mean,
and the
could you
tentacle.
angle? Could you move it so that you were hitting? I mean, not that it matters because it's all one thing, but like.
Yeah.
What does it say? It says a cone?
I like to
It's
use
a
my
cone.
interception
It's
It's
a
a
cube.
15-foot cube centered
Thunderwave
on
is a
yourself.
cube?
Centered on
cube.
yourself.
Centered on yourself,
Yeah.
so it would be
Basically,
Okay, can I move closer then to
yeah,
the?
reduces the damage of
5,
something
10, 15.
I have 30 feet.
20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably where
Yeah.
you gotta be.
So
Yeah, then
5,
those
10,
two-
yeah, 5, 10,
does
15, yeah.
not
You
make
still hit
sense.
Maze.
So this is,
Okay, can I move farther away from Mace? Would that?
that would hit
Yeah.
both these two only.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Nice. All right. So I actually need to roll twice for one for each tentacle.
Y'all are spacing out. I'm so much better when you're close together.
So, both tentacles will take half damage because it succeeded
Okay.
on the saving. So what's that damage, please?
12.
12 damage. So half to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll send you'll, and then
That's
Let-
it. That's the exact sound.
yeah, it sounds like punching in a calculator.
Yeah.
But just a thunder wave emanates out from you, like sort of electrical crack. Like it feels like static electricity, but then it just sort of shoots out in like real lightning in this sort of case. Oh wait, it's force or is it electric?
It's thunder.
It's thunder,
thunder.
so it's force, right? Or is
No,
it-
it's
No,
sound.
thunder is its
Thunder
own
damage.
damage.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, so it does sound basically.
Yeah, so it's mostly sound. Again, enclosed dungeon location, just like bang.
And the worst part is everyone in 300 feet can hear us.
Yep.
Anyways, the tentacles will take that amount of damage and they'll, again, like how when Sylvester shot Priscilla and hit, it will revert more fleshy now that's been damaged. Moving back to the top of the turn order, Hendricks, flying up.
My goodness.
Spiritual weapon still in front of the eye.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Can I
Oh, yes.
bonus action give Malachi Bardic inspiration?
Absolutely you can. So you have a Bardic Inspiration dice, I believe 1d6,
Yeah,
right?
26.
Yeah, so you have 1d6 to spend in his Bardic.
Nice.
Hendricks, please continue with your...
Alright. I'm going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 20
I
feet.
believe you're already 20 feet off the ground or 10 feet off the ground?
I was already 20 feet off the ground, so I'll use that 20 and then go 5 feet higher. And I'm gonna drop a blessing right here. I'm gonna hit Thalia, I'm gonna hit myself, and I'm gonna hit Bardic. I'm gonna hit Mace as well.
Okay.
So the,
Mace, Talia, and yourself get blessed.
yep. So it means that for the next 1 minute, you guys can add 1d4 to attacks and saves. As well, if you get back within 30 feet of Sylvester, you get another
So that
d4.
stacks?
They do stack.
They do stack,
yes.
but it is concentration. So if he takes damage and he fails the save to maintain concentration, it will go away.
Hopefully I'm out of range of getting hit. So that's the plan. And then I'm going to bonus action spiritual weapon again. Hit that eye one more time.
These tentacles, by the way, they have 10 feet of reach from that square that they're at, so 2 squares around.
Spiritual weapon's not concentration. It's
Spiritual weapon is not.
like literally one of the best spells in the game.
What if 4 more tentacles if you're both?
That is a unnatural 20 to hit the eye.
An unnatural 20. An unnatural 20.
Modified.
It
20.
does hit the eye. Please roll damage.
Fantastic, and I'm gonna add this. Don't add blessed damage. I'm a dummy. Could have added a d4 to that roll, but I'm not going to. So that is 9 force damage.
Yeah, so you're once again that spiritual weapon strikes back at the eye. Again, the whole room shakes and quivers in this sort of motion. That whole effect of it sort of slamming. I mean, you're just repeatedly slamming it in the eye. What I will say is that at this point, due to that second strike from the eye, this creature will now, if it is attempting to. You know what? I'm gonna save that for a secret. Actually, we will now move to the door's turn because I get to demonstrate this. It will now have a disadvantage on a particular check that may happen at this point. So, let's see.
Definitely nature.
It's like a Nintendo boss. It turns red. Steam comes out. It's like
This
sticks its
tentacle will go for Dio,
foot. Yeah.
and this tentacle will go for Talia. At this point.
Oh.
So for the one for Dio, roll opposed athletics check.
You don't get blessed for that. I'm sorry.
That is. I'm gonna go ahead and use a charge as a reaction. That is going to be a 12.
12 does not succeed in this moment. Talia, how about you? What's your opposed athletics.
If I'm proficient, is that advantage?
No, when you're proficient, you add a proficiency bonus. So for you, it should be 3. Oh, wait, Bard though. So
19.
19. 19 does succeed. So you do fend yourself off from that tentacle. But for Dio, you are now in the grappled position. You are now grasped by the tentacle. Using its. Oops, sorry. Did I? Okay.
No.
If it falls, do we win?
Yep.
No, it falls on top of us.
If
and we die.
it falls, you'll never know. Anyway, so the tentacle will grab you using its sort of multi-attack feature. It's going to throw you. Another opposed athletics to you.
All right.
Throw, did you say?
Throw.
That's awesome.
What'd you get? Oh, it got a natural 20, but
I gotta know.
nat 1 versus nat 20. Oh, okay. All right.
I'll
I think
come
I got
over
those
there.
10 pit points.
We're doing so good, guys.
Okay, and it rolled the maximum distance to possibly throw you. Not that it needed it because you're right there, but it will fling you directly into the mouth.
Oh,
Great.
In this moment,
Crunch.
you're going to start being chewed because you're thrown right into the mouth, so the teeth start
I was
start gnashing against you. So this will be a +6 to hit against your armor class. I just also rolled another crit.
What?
Like
So mean.
this one.
Hey.
Oh, Lord.
So that will be okay.
My life is so awesome.
Yeah, this is very
Hey, healing people, it's time for you to shine.
I'm going in there.
Yeah, the flying foes just.
Okay.
There goes the doors.
Take 16 points of damage.
All right.
that's a lot.
You're still, and also in this case, because you're in the mouth, you're still under the grappled condition. You can escape on your turn. But as the sort of, so imagine like big splintery wooden teeth slamming into you as like you're being chewed upon in this case.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And now, that's all that the door can do in this turn. So it'll move on to Sylvester. Sylvester, you just saw your friend Dio get picked up by the tentacle that you shot and then flung directly into the mouth of this creature.
Oh.
Correct response.
Ugh.
Could I enter the mouth and be within 5 feet of Dio?
Can you get there?
What?
How much distance are you?
Yeah, I would take a dash action.
Oh, sorry, my bad. You have to be in here. You are, yeah, dash action would be 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you'll be enough space. Even without dashing. You'd be
Even
close
without
enough to,
dashing?
You'd be close enough to the mouth though, which means you can get hit by the tongue.
What about the tendril that's also right in front of Sylvester? That's an opportunity attack.
Yes, that is. If you run through its range, attack range, which is 10 feet. So 2 squares around it. You could graze around it.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, you can barely skate by.
Okay. I will skate by and then move next to the mouth.
Oh no.
There you are, Sylvester.
And then I am going to, as a bonus action, use my face step. As a spring ladron, I can target one willing creature within 5 feet and teleport it 30 feet away from the position it's in. So I am going to, I'm going to reach my hand in the mouth, get close to Dio as I possibly can, and I'm going to teleport him, I guess just a straight line 30 feet. Probably closer to that group.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, 30 would be right here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Teleport
so
him
Dio,
30 feet
you're
out.
being gnashed, and then all of a sudden, describe your magic to us, please.
So Sylvester, with out of thought, holsters his gun, goes to dive in the mouth. It's like, oh, he's right there. He's like, hold on 1 second, and I'm going to like, oh, this is gross. This is disgusting. And as I reach in and get close to you, you smell a spring breeze, flowers on the air. For a brief moment, you are lost, but then you are reappeared back out. You feel probably the closest to nature you have in the stone prison that you've felt the whole time. And I'm go, and then I'm just gonna turn around and shoot the tentacle.
Again, the same one?
The same one.
Cool. Roll to hit.
Well,
good use of race abilities.
yup.
Yeah.
Good use of race.
That's a 9.
9, I'm afraid, does not hit the tentacle.
That's
You need
okay.
to throw your dice away.
Well, that was the good one. That was just
Really? That
yeah.
was it?
That was a good one. I threw the bad one on
Is
4.
that all you can do, Sylvester?
Yeah, that's all I'll do.
Great. Moving on to Malachi, your turn.
Nice.
So Dio, in a like a flash of a moment, you see Dio get hucked into the mouth, chewed, and then immediately teleported out.
And it's just kind of like, I'm looking. Does the tongue also have 10 feet of range?
Tongue has 5 feet of range. So like the squares around, the squares surrounding it.
Oh, then I probably need to be moved up then. Kind of like right in front of Mace. If you're able to do that. Since I at least came out to swinging.
You're gonna move
Unless I'm just up there.
right here.
Okay.
Great. How ominous the tongue is just hanging right over it.
I'm just like,
Getting
I kind of like looked up.
Ugh.
I saw all that happened. And I look at the tongue. I still look down at my hammer. Oh, it's still on fire. I'm gonna hit it again.
Alright, go for the tongue. Roll to hit. What'd you get?
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit the tongue.
Yay.
So roll damage, please.
Okay. That is 2. And on the start of its turns until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. On a successful one, the spell ends. If the target or creature within 5 feet of it uses its actions to put out the flames, or if some other effect douses the flames, the spell ends.
Yeah. So you striking it with your warhammer.
You're
You striking with your warhammer, you see that the mucus that is a part of this tongue catches and is now burning this tongue. So it takes 2 fire damage. What's its on damage on the warhammer?
4.
4. That's including your strength.
Yes.
Great. So it will take in total 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And now it needs to make a con save every turn. It takes half if it succeeds, or it just takes only if it fails. It takes the full damage.
If it fails to save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. Cool. If on a successful one, the spell ends.
Okay, I see. So it is now inflamed.
You're
We'll say. Is that all you can do in this turn, Malakith? Or Malakith. Sorry.
Malakith.
Sorry. A false memory. Malachi.
While the tongue is on fire, would I trigger an opportunity attack if I were to fly upward to its eye?
Yes, I would say so.
Whack. Then I guess I am. What's the likelihood? Is it worth it? Thank you, Mace. I would like to fly up to the eye.
Tongue will take an opportunity attack.
You get even I'm so sorry.
What's your armor class?
An 18.
An 18. You are stuck by the tongue,
Oh,
which rolled a 19 on its attack
what?
roll. You are.
Frog, like a frog tongue.
So, here's the thing. The tongue attack doesn't do damage, but you need to roll against it. So oppose athletics again. And, yeah, I guess I'll have to roll again, too. What do you
No.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
That is a natural 1.
Natural 1. You are caught in the tongue, and now you are brought into the mouth. Almost like a frog. Like, oh wait, it's inflamed. Should you technically take your fire damage?
No, because I have hellish resistance.
True.
So I would take half of the fire damage.
That's how you know. That's how
Well,
you know you're
I'll say
paying.
that procs on its turn when it takes the fire damage. You will take half that fire damage.
Okay.
As long as you are caught in this tongue, which right now you've been wrapped in and now you're pulled into the mouth.
So do I take that damage?
You don't. So the tongue can't deal damage.
Okay.
But now you are.
But
if
since
you
it's
are.
On
inflamed.
fire.
Did the door deal damage to stuff in its mouth? When did it deal damage?
Okay, so the tongue doesn't deal damage; it only can swipe in
I
a
meant
sort
the
of
mouth.
way.
When
The
did
mouth only
do
dealt damage when it used a part of its abilities to chew.
On its turn.
To chew, yes, on its
So
turn.
Dio's the only person that's taken damage.
So far, yes.
Okay.
Which
Okay, we'll save.
far, yes.
Which was
save-
what,
save-
16?
16 damage.
Which is a lot.
Which is a lot.
But that was also on a crit.
Oh, that's so true. Oh, you're
Okay.
fine. You'll be okay.
Yeah, so now you're grappled. You're in the grappled position, or you're now grappled. On your turn, on your next turn, you can either roll to get yourself out, and on its turn, when it rolls to either take the fire damage or not, you will take half the fire damage. Moving next to Dio, it is now your turn. You've just been like in a really quick turn of events. You got caught, thrown in, chewed, and then immediately teleported out.
Yeah. All right. So Dio looking around, these tentacles having burst through the floor. Are there any like large rocks or anything, debris in this chamber?
Around them, so around the bases of the tentacles.
Okay. You know what? We'll get a little risky with it. Dio is going to run to the closest tentacle right there, on the right. Yes.
You're right. Yeah.
And he is going to grab the largest rock he can find. Channeling arcane energy through his gauntlet, he will aim up to the eye and he will toss it, casting catapult.
Ooh, what does catapult do? Catapult.
So
It catapults things.
No, it's
It throws things
Yeah,
real
so-
far.
okay, I know what a catapult is, guys.
the mimic will make a dexterity save.
Is a wall
Like
very
on his
dexterous?
This does not look like a very dexterous fellow.
Okay. What's the save?
It is a 14.
14. Oh my god! By one, it fails.
It fails? Okay,
one it
perfect.
This thing howls when
So-
Cass is out of the way.
Yeah, like what? Just like
So-
Skitter's back.
Little legs come up, the wall moves.
All right, it's going to take 9, I think it's bludgeoning. Yes, 9 magical bludgeoning.
To the eye.
Yep.
Oh my god! It's only taking 9s to the eyes.
Yeah. It was a 3d8
nice.
roll, and I
Here.
rolled a 7, a 1, and a 1.
That's 9 kills.
Wow, I guess it's
Yeah.
gonna be worse.
9 magical bludgeoning as the rock
I'm
strikes
not
the
excited
eye.
for its turn though.
And then Dio will bolster himself, magical energy flowing through the armor as he uses his defensive shield to gain 3 temporary hit points.
Great. You gain your 3 temporary hit points. Is that what you can do this turn?
Yeah, that's my action and my bonus action.
That's
Mace,
subclass
onto
is
you.
subclass.
Oh boy. So the tongue and Malakai are completely withdrawn
yeah,
into the.
Yeah, Malakai. Yeah, so it's currently like preparing to chew him.
Oh. I'm gonna try and jump in and pull him out. Can I do that? Can I
You can jump in.
wrestle the tongue?
You can wrestle the tongue,
That's
so you
so
can
cool.
ungrapple Michael
Okay.
on opposed athletics.
All right.
If you fail, there's the chance that on its next turn, the tongue will swipe you and pull you in as well, though.
Fair. Yeah, Mace is gonna jump in.
Great. Roll. Opposed athletics.
Oh, that's wait. Let's go. Oh my god! Again in the corner.
Door monster rolled a 23. Not a natural, but like
Okay.
with adding.
Let's see. Plus. Okay. Ooh, wait. Am I still?
You can add
I'm
a
within
D4 if
30
you want,
of
yeah.
Sylvester,
You
so
can add
I've
a
got
D4.
2 d4s.
You have 1 d4. Bless doesn't do ability checks, unfortunately, which sucks.
Yeah, it's not gonna matter. Nope. All right. I'm now in the mouth. and-
You're not grappled, but
Okay.
you are able to wrench Malakai out of the tongue.
That's fair. Then bonus action. I'm gonna rage then. And yeah, that's all.
You are now enraged. I believe you get temporary hit points, right?
Yeah.
So you will do that. You can add your temporary hit points. Talia, it is your turn.
So now
so
your
funny
grapple
though.
checks will have
What?
Okay.
advantage.
Failing the check. Fuck! Fuck!
Yeah.
All right, I have a mechanics question first.
Please,
And
yes.
this, I guess, just depends on the mimic. Do they have ears?
Ooh, so mimics,
Hold on, it's gonna make sense.
Okay, so I'd say in the same way how like,
They gotta hear it.
because isn't it like frogs, they just hear through their membrane? I'm gonna say it's like that, where it's just like they just feel the vibrations coming around.
So, like, if mean vibes are in the ears,
If I were to maybe
is this going to be
vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery. So
If I yell mean things really loudly,
Your vibes are just so bad.
if I'm so
You see,
mad,
I don't.
Permeates
So the
the
thing about vicious mockery is like I've never actually had to rule if the intelligence was so low, would it count? I'm gonna say you're infusing with magical power, so yeah, I'd say it would work. I'd say it would do damage if you
It
succeed.
would just
It's a D4.
understand.
yeah, it's
Like,
a D4. Like,
it's-
I was just a wonder.
Just a question.
Just a wonder.
Just a question.
In that case, I'm going to take my flute, jam it into the ground, and cast Earth Tremor.
Ooh, okay.
And that's a Dex 12.
By the way, your flute is like huge, right?
Yeah.
It's like a big old staff.
Yeah.
It's like the Andre 3000 flute. No one gets that
Tyler
reference?
Perrone with references that are
Oh no!
completely impossible to
Like
know.
it,
12d6
like it doubles
I
as
think
a
it
metal
is.
staff. It's a very large bass
Yeah.
flute. It's bass flute.
Yeah. Contrabass flute.
Yeah,
Even
contra-
larger.
Yeah.
But yes, you strike it down, you cast Earth Tremor. What is Earth Tremor, please?
It is
Is it a save?
Yeah, Dex 12 save.
Dex save for 12
Mm-hmm.
on the tentacles. Or what is the radius of it?
10 feet
10 feet
on
from
the
you?
tentacles. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. So only the tentacles will get hit. One failure. Both fail.
Okay.
In fact, one got a 0 because of minus Dex, so.
Cute. That's a 9.
So 9 damage to both?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So these tentacles, you're fucking up these tentacles. They're looking like they're ready to retract. Is that all you can do this turn?
Yes.
Then we will pass back. We are now in round 3 of combat. Hendricks,
Oh goodness.
you're
So
flying up in the air, you're bashing the eyeball with spectral weapon.
yeah, Dio's the only person to have taken damage. Okay. So we're all right on heals as of now. I think I'm gonna fully drop. I'm gonna drop back.
Heard.
And does falling down, does that take all my movement or?
I don't know the flying rules. I'm gonna say it'll take, because you were 25 feet up.
Yeah.
How much? What's your flying speed?
30.
30? I would. Yeah.
Okay.
Like flying down.
Sure. Well, all right.
Just
Well,
kind
then
of-
let's say I have 5 feet left if I drop down
Yeah.
25.
Unless you haste, in which case.
No, I
Alright.
don't have
Just
to.
slowly descends.
I'll go there and I'll let's say before I dropped, I shot a guiding bolt just straight down the throat.
Yeah,
of
go
this
for it.
thing.
Roll ahead.
All right.
Guiding bolt straight to the like uvula.
Yeah,
dangly
straight to the
thingy.
uvula. I want to hit the
The
dangly
uvula.
thing in the back.
Oh, okay. So you're going for the dangly thing?
Yeah, I'm going for the dangly.
All right.
You guys ever watch Ice Age? Sometimes one. They're just
That is, I believe that's a 6.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I have bless. I got bless.
He's blessed, y'all.
He's
Yeah.
blessed.
Stay
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag
blessed.
blessed.
So 11 plus 5. Yeah, that's a 17.
17 hits.
All right.
Shooting
This,
straight back into with a guiding bolt.
this does a lot of damage.
That
Can I
is
get
Shadow
some
Heart.
d6?
What's the gag refill?
D6.
I guess we're about to find out, aren't we?
Oh, God, if it vomits on us.
Oh, that's
Almost us.
really good. 10, 13 plus 1 more. All right, so that's 15 radiant damage.
15 damage.
And
Yeah.
as well, I believe Guiding Bolt does. Yep, the next attack on the target has advantage.
Ooh, very nice. It will, you'll see like the edges of the wall on the inside of its cavernous maw will just sort of like, as if it was about to hurl. You'll see this part of the wall depress and then reform back out.
That's crazy. Turn's not over. Bonus action, spiritual weapon attack, straight on the eye again. Going, bring it home, mama. That's a 23.
23 hits.
Yeah,
You deal 9
Let's
damage
go,
again.
wisdom casters.
Yeah, that's right.
Half caster.
No, that's 8 damage. 8 4s.
Since it wasn't a 9, it doesn't count.
Hey, Jonathan,
Huh?
I hate you.
Why?
Why?
Because anytime I've played Dungeons and Dragons with you, I will build a character that you will hate simply on a mechanical basis.
No, I love this. This is great. this is exactly, what's going on. I'll now move on to the Dormo's turn. So you're now grounded, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. Opposed athletics
out a
check.
gun.
Opposed athletics check on you, Hendricks.
Yeah.
And then
check or a save?
so
check.
it's a check. It's an opposed athletics check. Mace, same thing for you for the tongue.
Heck yeah.
So
Imagine being just yoinked into a mouth by a tongue.
I know how horrible is that. It is
Wait,
nasty.
hold on.
Oh my god, wait.
Hold on. I say that didn't count.
Hendricks, what'd you get?
Oh,
Good sound.
He makes that. Hendrix makes that sound.
A 4.
Wait, sorry, bless is added to what again?
You're not on
Not-
checks.
Okay.
Attacks and saves.
That's 15.
15. Okay, so You get grabbed by the tongue. You get grabbed by the tentacle. The tentacle is going to also throw you, so another opposed athletics. Right now.
That's fine.
What are you saying? You're choosing to fail? Or are you just trying to... What'd you get?
That's an 11.
An 11? Okay, you get thrown the full distance.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, well, the full distance for you being thrown would be 25 feet.
So I get grabbed by what? This
You
one?
can grab this guy.
Oh, by that
So
guy.
when he pulls you in, and then so 1, 2, yeah, so it will also throw you in. So all three, Hendricks, Mace, and
We'll be safe.
Hendricks, Mace, and Malakai are in the mouth, and it will use the last piece of its multi-attack to chew. All three of you in the mouth.
Yep.
You grapple, you got in. It will now chew. It will chew.
We'll be so fine.
That's great.
We'll be fine. We'll be good.
Hold on.
ACs, all three. Table left, all of you guys in the mouth.
Oh shoot! I should have had advantage on that flex check because rage.
True.
Can I reroll?
Yes.
Sorry, just realized that. No,
Nah.
I wouldn't go back. It didn't even matter.
It just went
We're all
blorp.
injured.
No, not a blorp. It blorped and it killed you. Okay.
15.
15.
18.
18.
13.
13. Okay. So it will. Oh, wait, it has advantage because y'all are grappled.
No, it doesn't.
You're thinking of restrained.
Get rocked.
Get rocked. Get rocked. So if that's the case, then Malakai, you don't take any damage. But for the other two, the way perhaps the way that you don't take damage is that the other two of your friends are going to take all the teeth gnashing.
Now that's
You're
the
like
funny
sandwich.
thing that you mention it.
Oh,
Because since we are all within 5 feet of each other, I would like to use a little funny thing I picked up from my fighting style called interception. Once I find the page that it's written down.
can you use your fighting style
character sheet
as a
so
reaction? Is this a
long?
reaction?
This is a
Yeah, some of
reaction.
them are reactions.
This is a reaction.
It's also
This
every
is what
spell.
there it
Valor
is.
had in
Here it is.
Kraken.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. When a creature you see hit a target other than you within 5 feet of you with an attack, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus your proficiency bonus
Pretty good.
to a minimum of 0 damage. And
You are.
yes.
Yeah. So
The
That's the
question
case.
is
How
who
much-
needs to be saved first? Who
is it
more
both
sa-
or is it one? You choose one creature.
when a creature? So, I
So
would
you
assume-
pick one.
And since it's a reaction, it is only being used one time.
Apologies. So
The question is,
I can.
um,
I'll roll damage first, and then you can decide based off of who's getting what. So this first one is to Hendricks.
She'll take half damage.
okay.
Hendricks, this is going to be 17 points of damage.
Oh, that's really bad.
17 points of damage. Mace, this is going to be also 17 points of damage.
And then it's
Halved
To
to 9. So it's either 9 points of damage or 17 points of damage.
it's just like
And it's a D10. So what's your proficiency? Plus 3? Plus 2? So it's plus 2 plus whatever this D10 roll is.
Yeah.
I'd
I'm planning.
So, but decide on who it's going to affect first.
it's like Malakai just kind of like looks back and forth in the midst of the panic. He'll just kind of like throw out just like both of his arms to see who gets caught first. I'm gonna say it's going to
What type of damage is it? I'm sorry.
This is piercing damage. For the teeth.
it's definitely probably going to the shield makes it skirts by and like shields over Hendricks, and it's going to roll
Thanks, Bob.
So that's a what?
3.
3. So reduced by 3, so that's 14.
Okay.
I'll take it.
So 14 damage to Hendricks, 9 damage to Mace in this case.
How you looking, Tyler?
Not great.
Little bloody?
I'm at 10, but
And all
We'll
of
be
you
okay.
are grappled within the mouth now.
Okay.
Moving on to Sylvester. Half of the party is now in the mouth.
All right. Well,
I'll be good.
sorry. Could you reorganize the figures so that they're like so I can tell where I'm moving, or are they like?
I'm just counting
Like-
them all in the mall.
Okay.
So all of them are just in here. So you would be within, I'd say, like 10 feet of all of them.
Okay.
Or like you're already in the mall from before, because you got Dio out.
Okay. Would I have to move to be within 5 feet of Hendricks?
No.
I'm so good, Pop. I'm good. I can get out.
It depends on
We're
what you're trying to do. You're trying to touch.
positive.
Yes, I have 2. I can use it.
I tell you would be moving in deeper into the mall, and since they're already restrained, it might be that you're the next on the chopping block. That's the risk, though.
Yeah, I'm going to use. Well, actually, can I try and shoot the eye first?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Roll the hit.
No, not you.
Jonathan, am I still grappled by the
Redemption.
tongue, or did it like release me?
So the tongue is free, but you guys are in the mouth now, and the mouth is again sticky on all sides because mimic. It's like the
Am I
mutants.
considered grappled?
I completely forgot. The fire damage.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it has to make a con save.
So I will say it will take it before you guys get grappled in. So it'll only be affecting Malakai in this moment. So what's the save? The con save?
So that would be
DC.
a 13 DC.
13 DC? Okay, so it fails. So you're going to take a D6. So roll the D6.
That is a 3.
Okay, so you take
1.5.
So round up to 2. So you take 2 damage. It will take 3 damage on the tongue. And now also next turn, because it didn't extinguish, you all would be subject to that same roll at the beginning.
That's awesome.
All right. So sorry, rolling back to Sylvester. You're rolling for the eye.
Yes, I got a 19.
A 19 to hit. 19 hits.
Okay.
Roll damage.
That'll be a D8, and 2 D4s. That is
I count 2 4s right
13
there.
damage
13
to
damage
the eye.
To the eye. Oh, okay.
Is it blind?
Oh my goodness. Bullet. You now see another hole in the sort of white part of the eye as it's bleeding out now, but the iris is still like waving back and forth. It is so close. You see that the eye is like so weakened at this point structurally just from being slammed a lot. Oh wait, you took damage. You also need
I
concentration.
need to make a concentration check on bless.
My bad for being so disorganized.
That is 10 plus. It's a 12. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay. So your spiritual weapon still exists.
Yeah.
Also your blesses.
Spiritual weapons, not
no.
concentration.
Your
Only
blesses.
blesses.
Your
Yeah.
blesses are up. So still, anyways, that eye is so fucked up right now.
Well, that's gross. Hey, you 3, Hendricks, is it better for you to be in there or out of there?
I can get out.
You're
Why did
positive?
I take your accent?
You're positive? Because I don't want you to take like fire damage and then like die. And like we don't have a like I feel like if you weren't in there it'd be better.
Make a
So-
decision!
I can, no. Australian. All right, I can get out. It's all right.
Alright, I'll believe you. You 2, which one? Pick.
What?
As the sounds of like the
Listen,
teeth are scraping against their bodies.
Listen, you pulled me out first. You can go out now.
Having a full conversation in
Okay,
mouth.
let's do- it's fine.
Don't worry.
I
figure.
can get out. It's
Wait a
fine.
minute. I can just get the both of us out.
What? Wings?
Go ahead and get Mace out.
Okay. I'm going to well you have to be a willing creature, so if you don't want to leave the mouth, then technically you can't leave.
I mean, that would be preferable. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use. Sounds good. I'm just making sure before I teleport people. I use my phase step as a bonus action to send Mace out of the mouth.
Oh.
Central
30 feet,
teleportation.
30 feet away.
Oh, I didn't know it was like instant.
5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30 away. And that would be...
Down.
So Mace,
And
you
then-
run out.
Because I think I still have movement. I'm gonna try and move here, and I'll take the opportunity
moved?
attack.
Yeah, you take the opportunity.
I will take the opportunity
from the
attack.
tongue.
I mean, yeah, it's either gonna hit me on this turn or next. So
Well, here's the
I'll-
thing.
I'll
Remember,
take
the
it.
tongue can only grapple; it doesn't deal damage. But if it grapples you, then you would still be caught in
Yeah.
the mouth. Okay. Oppose. Roll your athletics, please.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20. You succeed. So tongue misses you.
Yes.
The move, you're able to skate by.
Okay.
Is that all your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
All right, Malakai, your turn. You're still in the mouth. You're grappled.
And I also see that Mace is also within the mouth.
Mace is-
grappled.
Mace just got
Okay,
teleported.
Mace got out. Hendricks is
Hendricks is still there with you.
Hey, Hendricks.
Hey, Hendricks.
Hendricks.
Can you hold on to
I
my
will
hand?
bet
real
I'm
quick?
in line.
Can you hold on to my hand real quick, Hendricks?
Why did I hold Michael's hand?
I'm hearing tracking in there. Are you two holding hands again? You know Hendricks has brittle bones. Let him go.
We'll see if he has brittle limbs after this.
That I don't like them words.
I would like to use my Channel Divinity. As a bonus action, I would like to activate Peerless Athlete. For the next 10 minutes, I have advantage on strength athletic checks, and I can carry, push, drag, and lift twice as much weight as normal. And the distance of my long and high jumps increased by 10 feet.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna say. You get advantage on this. So you're trying to get break free. So it's an opposed athletics to break free. You have
For
advantage
both
on this.
me and Hendricks.
Yeah. So you've grabbed him. So you are pulling out. I'd say situationally, things should balance out. You get advantage on this.
I mean, I should get... Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of
you
my
get advantage
Peerless
on
Athlete.
this. Yes. But so you got advantage on this.
Yes.
Come on, Bob. You got this.
This
Mike.
guy's got a.
Yeah.
You gotta stop.
Hey, you seeing it?
He can still pass it. He has advantage.
Oh, wait. So the first one is a 16.
Okay, 16 plus what? Or
That-
16.
That's
Okay, so 16 on the roll.
Second roll, an 8. So it is a 16.
Yeah, table right was privy to the nat 20. I just
Oh.
I'm gonna eat that die, Jonathan.
Is that the
hand
gummy
over.
one?
No,
I'm eating it.
this is my first. This is the d20 for my first set of dice ever. Playing
Don't
this
care. It's going through my digestive
Hey,
tract.
you handed to Sam.
Hey.
He has bad luck with dice right now.
He's going through.
I just rolled a 19
I'll
and
be
didn't
alright.
get hit. I call that good.
I'll be good.
Hey,
Afraid
yeah,
that you are able
Jonathan,
to
I'll
break
trade
out
you
like
blue dice. And I promise this one's good.
I got this one.
Are you sure? But that one's also blue. I want that one.
Oh, I got this one. I have a lot of dice, but anyways, so you, I'm afraid, aren't able to break free. Though that was awesome what you just did.
Yeah.
Will admit it was a good effort.
It's not 20.
It was a good run.
It was a good
I'm hearing a lot of grunting, but
Yeah, it was almost like you tried to pull forward, but the mucus like stretched with you and sucked you back.
that's awesome.
Hendricks, I'm so sorry.
I'll be fine. I'll be okay.
Moving on, Dio. I believe that's all you can do.
Glue trap.
Dio.
I got trades.
All right. Okay. So Dio's gonna go meet back up with his good friend Sylvester over by the wall by doing a adrenaline rush dash. Probably opportunity attack guaranteed.
Taking, I believe, 2.
So I have 60 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can
So
so
I-
5,
yeah.
10, 15, 20. Yeah, you can get there. You take 1 opportunity attack though from this tentacle.
And I gain 2 attacks.
It's just going to whip at you.
Okay.
Your armor class is what?
18.
18? Okay, so you will take...
Dang, looks like it whipped and made.
Yo.
You'll take 7 points of damage.
Okay, that's fine.
What round is this, by the way?
Okay, so this is still the third round of combat.
Okay.
What just happened?
Now that I'm back to the wall, we're gonna do another Thunder Gauntlet.
Go for it.
Which is that is 13.
13 points of damage. Isn't that
Oh
what you
no,
rolled?
13 to hit.
13 to hit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hits.
Okay, cool. So damage is 8 thunder damage.
8
on the
thunder
wall.
damage to the wall. Great. Okay, so it will actually soak up the full 8 points of thunder damage at this point.
I got you. Well, I will mention it didn't matter last time since I was the only one that took an attack on the first round. But since
My
I hit it
players
with
are
my
so
Thunder Gauntlets, any attack on a character other than Dio for this next round is disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was another thing that was triggering disadvantage?
It was guiding bolt. The next attack on it had advantage.
But I believe you have to call to have it advantage.
Yeah.
So
Or
you
well,
so you're the
no.
only thing. You're the only person that has tried to attack it since.
Yeah, and I hit
But
it
you did.
anyway.
You hit it
so-
anyways.
Yeah.
So
It's okay.
So it's still that advantage is still up on the table.
Yeah.
I think
I still
maybe I'm not sure.
It has
How
disadvantage.
works.
Yeah.
That's
It has
the
disadvantage hitting you.
Or no, I don't
No,
think it gets to choose. I
anyone
think it is
but
the next
Anyone,
turn. I think the
anyone
advantage will
but
be
Dio, it has
Yeah.
disadvantage to hit.
Oh.
It's like goading attack.
Right. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's the end.
Great. Moving on to Thalia. Oh no,
Mace.
Yes, sorry. You've been freed from the mall.
Yeah, so just covered in horrible stuff, looking around. I'm gonna get my javelin and I'm gonna try to just aim it at the eye.
Yeah.
I'd say because I forget and because I'm
I.
not very great at keeping up. Yeah, because I forget. Okay, Mace, you have this advantage from the guiding bolt.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, you have a D4 from Bless.
But it's
You have
a
advantage. You have
advantage,
advantage.
yeah.
You have advantage. You're good.
That's a blorp dice right
This
there.
is a horrible
It's
time.
my
blur.
dice.
Can I use a
Nice.
different one?
Yeah.
Advantage.
That's even
Nat
Well,
one
no.
or
So you
a-
take the 5.
Five.
Okay.
You also have
Five.
bless.
Plus
Yeah.
your proficiency, plus
So here's
your
your-
strength.
So
Okay.
here's your-
Okay.
So we
Yeah.
originally was it? What was
Wait,
it?
what was it? It
5?
was like a
It was
5.
a 5.
Okay.
Plus your
Plus
so now
2.
it's
7.
7.
Plus your proficiency.
Plus proficiency.
9.
Which yeah, 9.
Which is
Okay.
and then
Plus
plus strength.
strength.
Plus strength too.
3.
Yeah,
So
so
12.
12.
12 hits the eye.
What?
Yes!
Fucking
In the most insane turn of events, it does it there. Roll
What?
for damage.
That was like so many stacking. Okay, cool, awesome.
Also, wait,
damage.
is javelin dexterity or is it strength to hurl?
Oh.
Javelin. No, dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay, so you don't get the bonus to strength, but you still hit it anyways,
Oh.
regardless.
Okay.
So, because you would get advantage on strength, right? Or strength? No, I'm sorry. My bad. But does the damage bonus from raging apply to?
I
Dex
was wondering
attacks?
that. I was looking it up earlier. I'm
I-
not quite sure. Does it? I wanted to.
I
That would be
wanted
great.
Yeah, it does, because otherwise you
Is
can do
it-
dex.
You're right. So it does. It does.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. Then yeah, that'll be 4 damage.
4 damage plus
Plus,
your rage
that
is.
was plus.
Oh, okay.
The plus 2 to rage. Yeah.
Great. All right, so that's your javelin getting thrown. That's 4 damage. All of you see as the javelin, the eye, it bursts in its sense like that.
Ah, horrible.
But it's a mimic, so the eye was just for looks anyways. So it molded back into the skin of the javelin, just sort of sinking into the socket where that eye once was. So it retracts in, but effectively the mimic, that big old eye that was there, retracts in. You deal. So how much was that? 4 damage. It will take a total of 24 damage from that organ being destroyed there.
Thank you.
Nice.
So it's not dead.
No, it is not dead, but the eye has been ruptured. So
How-
no.
How does it look?
Well, it can't look.
So
With
true.
your eyes.
How do we perceive it?
Doesn't.
You perceive it as, well, now imagine like if you saw like, so the javelin's sticking out where the eye used to be and the whole rest of it's getting fucked up pretty badly. But you do have 2 members still trapped in the mall, so the situation's still pretty dire at this moment.
Do you have your spiritual weapon still on?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if you just like clonked it right in the javelin.
Just driving the nail in.
Yeah!
That's a funny. It is a hammer.
Yeah.
Mace, I believe that's...
Yeah, that, wait, I'm gonna move it all.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna move over to Thalia and just kind of flank the one.
That's.
So you're flanking this one?
Yeah,
Okay, so, like here.
get ready.
Stupid fucking chair with wheels.
So,
Circling to Thalia.
Mm-hmm.
Not circling, just going to Thalia. Thalia, your turn.
I want to hit it with my flute.
The tentacle?
Yeah,
Okay, which one?
the one behind me. So like that one. Yep.
Okay, so you get advantage because flanking.
Oh hell yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Oh. That's double nat ones.
No way!
Yeah.
Okay. Double crit fail.
Yeah.
Your attack does not hit.
Just fall to the ground.
I don't do fumble tables anymore, but back then, yeah, I probably would have made you just fall to the ground prone.
I just
But
stand
it's like
there.
you just wild swing.
Stand there.
That's like a 1 in 400 chance or something.
In that
Yeah.
case, I'm just gonna.
Every roll with advantage is a 1 in 200 chance. Don't be fooled by the gambler's fallacy. Sorry, go on.
I'm just gonna bardic for. I have 2, so.
Bardic sent over. By the way, you still have a Bardic too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take
Cool.
it. I'll take it.
Yeah. So Bardic.
Do better than me.
I probably will, but it's okay.
Round 4. We will now move to round 4. Top of the turn order. Hendricks, you are still in the maw.
Not for long.
This bird.
I'm gonna use my channel Divinity Balm of Peace, which gives me 30 feet of movement to where I don't trigger opportunity attacks.
Does it work while grappled?
Oh, am I grappled?
yes.
Yeah. In the mouth, you're grappled.
Hendricks. You.
You can roll a strength. You can roll an opposed athletics check to get out first.
Would that take my action?
Uh,
Wait, it's either strength or
yes.
acrobatics.
Oh, that's so bad.
Wait, hold
Okay.
on, hold on. I think it's either strength or acrobatics.
for what?
To oppose a grapple.
Ooh.
Neither of them are great.
Strength makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Neither of them
Sylvester's
are
just
great.
watching as
Acrobatics
as
way
Hendrick's like,
out.
watch
Oh, it's
this.
Like you're wiggling your way out.
I'm like, well.
And if it takes my action, then that's bad.
I mean, you're grappled. You can still technically cast.
You toss a guiding
Grapple. Your speed becomes 0. You can't benefit from any bonus to your speed. The condition ends if your grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if you are removed from the reach of your grappler by someone else.
Okay. Alright, so that doesn't work. That's fine. I'm going to instead.
Right now, just start breaking out breakfast.
I'm going to
be
instead
4 hours.
cast Cure Wounds on myself. 'Cause
Good call.
As you should.
What components does? Can you do that while grappled? Do you need somatic?
Verbal somatic?
Somatic would be like hands, right?
Yeah.
Your grapple.
Yeah.
Wait,
okay.
wait.
I think
Being
you can still
grappled
cast.
wouldn't prevent.
Yeah, I don't. I
Yeah.
think
Just
I
go
have
ahead.
my hands.
Go ahead.
Yeah. That is so beyond cocked.
You rolled a 1. So how much health do you
Yeah,
regain?
you know I rolled a fucking 1. 4.
Okay, so you regain 4 hit points in the.
Oh, that's so
Is
bad.
there anything else you can do
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep hitting.
with spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
With
Okay.
animals.
Hammer the nail in.
Why
gonna
did I
hammer the
hate
nail
speed with
in.
the animals?
All right,
and
roll the
not-
hit.
I love it if it's just like you're just kind of patting around the eye, just being like.
So
what is
9 plus
Well,
That's the problem.
that's on you.
4. That's 13 on the die plus
Rounds
5.
is
That's
15.
18 damage.
To
No,
hit.
to hit. 18 to hit. 18 hits.
okay.
Can you charm them?
I don't think so. That'd be like 10 east or something.
11 force.
11 force damage to
Yeah.
the eye once more. Alright.
Gotta
The
get
javelin
that
just
stuff.
goes slams straight in. It's like you can barely see the tip, just barely sticking out of the wall now. The whole rest of it, everything else is just fucked up right now. How much damage you do?
11.
11 damage? It's looking bad, folks, for this guy. But not dead yet. Is that all you can do in this turn, Hendricks?
Yeah. Yeah. That's all
What
I can do.
happens to the people in the mouth?
Well, if you kill it,
Actually,
it'll be free.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna use my movement and try to get away. Oh, I guess I'd have
Movement
to
0.
grapple check. Yeah. No, never mind. I can't.
Apologies. Okay, oppose athletics check for THALIA and MACE.
Okay.
You're both blessed. Oh, it's
It's a
checks.
save.
Oh, I hate.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Trust that one anymore.
What color
Okay.
would you like?
You said athletics?
Yes.
17.
17. Succeeds. and you're raging, so
Yeah.
strength checks get advantage.
Yeah,
Athletics.
she don't need it.
Oh yeah, 24 plus 2, 26.
Yeah, so both of you fend yourself off from getting grappled in this moment. It will take its moment to chew you two in its mouth. So
I'll be good. I'll be fine.
Just perfectly dodge all the teeth.
I'll be fine. I just can't take 17 again.
Parkour.
That would really suck.
So it will go for
Yeah, with the tongue.
And I guess my reaction says, or
So-
you stuff, huh?
24
Yeah.
and
Or
then
no.
24.
I've been dealt 24.
No.
damage.
It hits to hit for
Oh,
24.
yes.
And then to hit for 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And at the top. Oh wait, no, sorry. I also need a roll for its con save. So what was it? It was a 13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it succeeds on the con save, so it'll take half that damage, right?
No, so it's
this-
gone, and
so it's
we
gone.
don't take it
Yeah,
either.
you don't take it at
The
all.
spell
So the
ends.
mucus
That was
will.
the best
It
part.
flapping its tongue will fan it out, so the fire goes away. It will do though on chewing both of you. So for Hendricks, that is a total of 16 damage.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
And for Malachi, that damage will be 12 damage. 12 piercing damage.
Okay.
I had a final gambit, and Jonathan said no.
Bonk.
Wait, was how
Who
much
else could
damage?
heal?
12.
12.
12 to you. So how bad are you looking at?
14.
14? Okay. So that's all that the door can do in this moment. Moving to the next turn, which is Sylvester.
Okay.
You hear the sound of a bird going inside of the mouth.
Hollow bones.
Out of all the things that have been loud during this combat encounter, to all of you, I'd feel like hearing your party member sound like that would probably be the loudest thing. If you let out a squawk, Sylvester,
You're so happy over there.
I'm not sure what
a part
to
of the game.
do.
Find your little screen.
and my massive wall.
There's a paper behind the screen that says "Kill Tyler."
Big red letters.
So I built.
So it would. I'm assuming it would be strength to get try and pull one of them out.
Just get me.
Yeah, it's an opposed athletics check to pull them off.
I don't have enough strength. I think to make it worth it. I'm just going to
And if I
shoot.
no, you will still be grappled. It's
Because
either
I'm in the goo.
Arguably, which of
One
those
two
tentacles
things you
looks
want.
more fucked up?
I can
The
bring you
one.
back
Okay,
up.
so they're both actually
Try
equally
again.
fucked up because they've all been hit by AOE's from Thalia.
Okay. Because I think I'm fine here. I'm just going to
It's my turn,
shoot.
you let me know.
I'm gonna shoot the tentacle furthest,
Or I can
left.
bring you back up.
That one. Yes.
Roll to hit.
Please, please, please.
That's a 16.
16 hits.
Yes.
Well done.
Okay. It's a D8 and 2 D4s. Because I only get one attack.
Oh, bless is gone, and
Bless.
so is the bond. That's
What?
That's
Oh
all
yeah.
gone.
So all the bonuses from Bless.
All the
and Bond
bonuses are gone.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't need them. That is 12 damage to that tentacle.
This tentacle
Yes.
blown, and it will
Blown.
almost so like
There you go.
almost like it turns into a liquid. It just drops back into the floor. And it is that tentacle's been removed from the battle.
Yikes.
I'm gonna, hey Dio, duck! As I point the gun right at you. From your perspective, it definitely looks like I'm pointing
You're about to
at
like
you.
mercy kill Dio.
Dio dodges his head out of his way and he's like, Sylvester, I need you to get far away from me right now.
Crack. Sylvester, is that,
Oh, got one!
is that your turn?
I think so.
Dire straits right now. One player down, another player
bonus action.
almost there.
I think that's all I can do.
Alright.
Yeah, that's my turn. I'll take it though.
Next, Malakai. You are in the mouth. Hendrix's unconscious body also there. It's in because he is no longer able to like fight against it. His body is now stuck into the wall, into a part of the mimic. So it's going to start to digest him on its turn.
Malakai's just kind of like panicked as usual.
Dump whatever you can into me, Bob.
Aye, chief.
Ayo.
I got you.
You just said that a tentacle got blown not even 30 seconds
Just
ago.
being good.
Wait a minute. I kind of I look at the surroundings and I look back and I was like, wait a minute, I'm in the mouth. What does its throat look like?
So here's the thing: the throat it's a falsehood. It doesn't actually go that deep back into it. But it's almost as if it looks like it's a deep maw, but actually you're caught in it. So it's like mimicking, almost like a chameleon, or not like a chameleon, but like how chameleons are portrayed, where it's not a deep throat. It's not a deep throat, everybody. It's a shallow throat.
No.
But
You
if
said
you start,
mimic. He's mimicking.
He said the thing.
I said
Ladies
mimic.
and gentlemen, he said the thing.
Not deep throating, but the thing.
Yeah. So as Hendrix is being sort of sucked in, it's not that shallow.
And deep throating? Damn, Jonathan, you were on a roll.
It wasn't me this time.
Suck deep and not deep throating. Shallow throating.
So, give or take, it's not like 120 feet deep, right?
No.
I look over at Hendrix and I'm like,
Die.
I'll go for
close.
Die.
Hey, Hendrix, I know you probably
He's
can't hear me
unconscious
right now,
right now.
but I want to say you really inspired this one, so thank you. And so I pull out my medallion and I point it down to the uvula, or what I assume to be the very back of this throat, and a crackling of light would shine out from the medallion and then just fire right out.
What are you casting?
Guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt into the back of the throat.
Yes.
Cool. Roll to hit.
Fill them up. Fill them up.
I mean, truly, it's like the only way you would miss if you roll a crit fail.
Well, he can only throw up if there's like an esophagus, right? Because that's how that works. It has to anatomically.
I mean, it
Big
is a
mouth.
mimic.
I
It
find
does
to do a
not
lot
care
of
about
research
it
on like how a mimic should digest things if it was in this
realistic
form.
anatomy
So
of this.
that's what I did instead of doing my homework. What'd you get?
So that is a 16. Can I add bless to this?
Blessing.
No.
Bless
Can I
God.
add bardic die to this?
You hit. Because it is just a
don't
I told you
remember I had
if you
bardic.
you need a crit
Yes.
fail to miss shooting in the
I
mouth.
can't.
Yes.
You don't need to add it. Save it.
Yay.
Hit. How much damage did you do?
It's 4d6, I think.
46.
Guiding bolt's 4d6.
Yeah.
Yeah, guiding bolt's
1,
insane.
2,
Guiding
3.
bolt's crap.
Wizard of the Coast was like, no one wants to play clerics anymore. We're going to make them powerful and give them absurd spells.
Why do you
Yes,
think
I
that?
said just like this.
Also, we're going to release Spelljammer without actually thinking about it.
And with that, that's now 1, 2.
That's a lot of dice.
It's 46
I see
actually.
So
5.
bad.
Oh,
It's so dog shit.
Oh,
wow. Thank you.
So
But wait, doesn't it mean that the next attack against you gets advantage though?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, good to know.
So that is 3, 6, 11.
11 points of damage. 11 points of damage dealt.
Bad boy.
Alright. So the whole thing will warble and it will like expel more of like as like it's the rest of it's like sort of being beat the shit out of on all ends. Hendricks is still broken in there. It's still alive though, you know.
Damn.
But the next attack will like it's staggered in this moment from the guiding bolt to back at the throat. So everywhere any attack against it next will get advantage. And I believe that's your turn. So we'll move to Dio. So
All right. So Dio, seeing his dear friend Hendricks in the mouth, can't really get in there to cast a Cure Wounds. However, he can do his best to protect his friend. So as a bonus action, Dio will shoot forward a beam of light at the unconscious body of Hendricks and cast Sanctuary.
Oh my goodness. That's what I was going to do to
Yes.
myself if I got.
So until that spell ends, let's see. Yeah, so for 1 minute, any creature who targets Hendrix's body will have to make a wisdom save. And if they fail, they have to choose a new target. And then Dio is going to punch the mimic once again with the Thunder Golem.
roll with advantage.
Yep. Okay, I'm not even going to roll again. It's 23.
So what was that roll on the
Roll
die?
for the crit.
19 on the
Roll
die.
for the
Roll
crit.
for the crit.
It
No.
was- yeah.
So 23 does hit against the
Yep.
wall.
And then damage. Oh, perfect. It's going to be 12 thunder damage.
12 thunder damage.
Yeah.
You punch this thing once again, and instead of whereas before it like warbled as if like you're hitting like a tub of fat or like lard or something like that, it instead will partially burst.
Right.
So almost like a zit of some kind, it will like deflate and then it will, and now it will start oozing out more of this sort of like mimic blood out onto you. However, here's the thing: when that happens, you sense that you can see as you punch it a large amount of some masses or some like. Because it's acting like a pustule now, so a lot of stuff is building up behind it from this like weakness you've exploited.
Okay.
So, thing to note.
And also,
How many there-
Wait, that was 12
Man.
points of damage
Yeah.
total, right?
also any attack it makes against someone that's not Dio has disadvantage.
Yep.
That is also true. Disadvantage, but also it doesn't double disadvantage, but if it fails on you, it needs to pick another target.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all your turn.
Yep.
Mace, on to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the tentacle.
Tentacle
there.
right there. Roll to
With
hit.
mace. Surprise, surprise.
You
Oh my god.
Go reckless. Go reckless.
Yeah.
Reckless.
Yeah.
Go reckless.
rage.
Yeah, I'll do
rage.
it. Why not? Where's the Oh my god.
So cocky.
Ooh, right. Jeez. 15 plus what? Okay.
15 hits.
Plus
Heck yeah. All right. Plus a bunch of stuff, but we are good to go. That's actually okay. 8 damage.
8 damage to the tentacle. This tentacle gets smacked by the mace.
My
It
voice.
looks so close to like fully doing what the other one did when it was sort of when it was defeated in that sort of sense. But it's so beaten, it will like droop to the floor kind of, and like sort of like a snake now, or like a worm kind of when it's out of water, it's just sort of spaz while it's sort of deflated in this sort of sense. It's been heavily damaged. Is that all you can do in this turn?
I believe that's all I can do.
Okay. Moving down to Thalia. Thalia, it's your turn.
wish you moved. I wish you would have moved, but it's fine. I'm gonna try and hit the tentacle again.
With the flute?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do I still have advantage because flanking?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try this again. Better. 19.
19 hit, 19 hits.
Okay, so that's 1d6. 6 plus. Yeah, 6. 6 points.
This tentacle is defeated. Let's go. Once again, you crack it while it's on the ground, almost like you're sort of smashing a snake on the front of it, and then it'll just sort of, and then like suck itself back into the rest of it, into the floor, where now a hole. So there are 2 holes over there. That is top of the turn order. Hendricks. Death saving throw for Hendricks.
Nat 20.
What?
Nat 20.
Easy.
Success, 14.
Success. So that's 1 success. Moving on to the door. 2 tentacles over there.
Anyone else stressed?
Yeah.
I think it will instead decide to move this one tentacle here,
They can move.
and with the rest, yeah. So it'll suck back in and it'll burst out somewhere else. I haven't had to. It was spaced out. It was spaced
So
out
funny.
already in a way.
All right, Dio. I think we're safe. Oh shit!
And I think it would just chew because Malakai did just fire a guiding bolt into it, so it will chew. But so it has disadvantage.
Yeah, so it has disadvantage on the attack, and it has to make the wisdom save for Sanctuary.
Only on
Only on me.
Yes.
right. Okay. So it will chew. So let's see this. So it's disadvantage on both of you.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one, first one.
It has to make the wisdom save
Right.
first.
Wisdom save. So that's a fail.
Yeah, so if it fails, it can't hit him.
Okay. So it's only going to hit Malakai.
Thank you, Bill.
If this succeeds.
Okay.
Okay.
Someone's getting here.
I got a nat 20, but it's disadvantage, so it will instead be a dirty 20. And I believe that hits you still. Yep.
So it didn't crit.
So it didn't crit though, but still. This much damage. Okay. 8 plus 6, 14 plus 1 is 15 damage.
Oh.
Fun times.
Are you out?
-1.
Crunched. Malakai has also been chewed up, and his body will start to sink through as well.
We should probably get them out of there.
Caught in the maw.
Just kill it.
That's all it can do in this turn. So it will now move on to Sylvester. Sylvester, your turn, your point of combat. Two members of your party are downed inside of the mouth.
So Sylvester has to just actually moving away from me. I was not joking about that last round.
No. I was gonna say, I'm gonna guess this thing's gonna like burst if he keeps punching it.
Intuition would lead you to believe that, yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to move. First I'm gonna shoot the tentacle because I don't think I'm getting out of it without taking an opportunity attack. So I think I'm gonna have to.
You can disengage as your action.
I'd rather shoot it. So it doesn't hit you or anything.
Word.
That's a 16.
16 hits.
Alright, D8, 24. Oh, yeah. That's 11 damage. On
So,
the,
mind you, you're shooting at this one or you're shooting
Yeah,
at this
the
one?
little one.
This one? So this one was the one that just moved, right?
Yes.
Great. You deal 11 points of damage to this tentacle.
Yep.
Which has so far in this combat not been hit by anybody.
In that case, I guess I'll take the opportunity attack to. I don't think because I can't get past Dio.
It won't grapple you, only with attack you, so.
Both of them?
Yes. And I also
Okay.
believe it still has disadvantage from
It does.
Dio's.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Can I move to here? Is that.
Is that diagonally? Just
Yes,
running across? You'd
diagonally.
be taking disadvantage attacks from both of them. Oh, no.
I haven't been hit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I guess the tentacles would be in
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, so I'll move there and I'll take.
Yeah, so I just roll. So on the disadvantage rolls, it would have been like a 1 and a 2. So you're fine.
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
Disadvantage cracked.
Yeehaw.
I rolled really high on the first die, so.
Finally.
Disadvantage.
That's pretty much all I can do. So.
Yes. Malachi, death saving throw. First death saving throw.
Whoop whoop.
You're good. Nat 20.
Yep.
And
We
no
take
modifiers,
those. We
right?
take these.
No modifier.
No bonfires.
Fun.
Nat 20, dude.
Boop. That is a 16.
16
Okay.
success.
Success.
1 success for Malachi. Dio, your turn.
So Dio will use his bonus action to use his defensive field, gaining 3 temp hit points. And then, as his action, Dio will thrust his fist into this kind of gaping wound in the wall, and is going to charge his armor and cast Thunder Wave.
Ooh. So what's
So,
that?
15 feet radius, it is a con save.
It's his tentacles, too.
Yep.
Ooh, 7. So
Oh.
7 plus
Oh.
con 3, so 10. So no, does
No,
not
it
succeed.
does
So
not
we'll take the
succeed.
full damage for this.
Really?
Would that also
The,
include
call.
the tentacles, too.
Yeah.
Yes, and the tentacles. Oh! Okay, so one will take out damage. One of the tentacles will take out damage, but more importantly, the wall will take full damage.
Yeah,
So
it's
how-
9 thunder damage.
9 thunder damage for that, but also you're punching it, right? So
No, it's just one
Just
action. I
one.
just stuck my hand in
Flavor.
there and cast the
What
spell.
flavor?
A little bit of.
What flavor?
Cool season.
you will punch it in to this one point. Thunder damage sort of radiating out. The tentacles like stick back, and this portion of the wall will burst out, spilling all of its guts, all of its mimic sort of entrails on the inside, its digestive tract, everything, and everything that was in it, which I will reveal in a moment, but just sort of outpours by your feet. And this mimic is defeated.
Oh, yeah.
Popping this organ, it does even more damage than before, and you will see that the sticky part of being in it will fade away. So no longer will you stick to it, so you guys will just sort of flop forward, and the whole thing will fold into itself in that sort of way. So like the mimic, the body, like it will just, all the stone, across this whole room, you'll see parts of stone just sort of settle back down and like deflate as the rest of this whole thing. So the door itself will just fall apart like a very sad souffle. And here in the stomach area where all the entrails just sort of spilled out, it will just sort of spill out a bunch of other stuff. But we will
Mr.
resolve that.
Gorbachev, take down that wall.
Yes.
Yeah, Jonathan's like, yeah, 2 of your party members are down, but loot, hey, treasure, they're dying in the mouth, but treasure.
Treasure. All right, here are your fellows.
Anyone want to have healing potions?
Okay, so
Why didn't we think to borrow them?
Just get me up. Just get me up.
Right?
Yeah.
all right, 2 years. So
Yeah,
in the refuse of the rest of like this corpse of within the mouth it was. By the way, all the door pieces will fall, like they will all like sort of melt away. Like you'll see like solid stone and stuff just sort of flash like that, and it will just start like dissolving onto itself. But their 2 bodies will be motionless inside of the hole. It did take its place in the actual door frame that once was there, or the archway that once was there.
All right. So Dio, covered in organs and stuff, will turn to his friends that are down and quickly rush over. I would like to. I do not have something to heal, but I can stabilize one of you. So I'd like to use my herbalism kit to try and stabilize Hendricks.
Is that that's medicine check, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So roll a medicine check. I say, what is it? I think it's a D.
Hold on.
Would that bring
Alright.
me to 1?
It's a 19.
19.
Okay.
Yeah, 19 succeeds.
That
So
brings me to 1 or 0 and
Stabilized creature does make death saving throws even though it has 0 hit points.
yeah,
but
so
does
you're
remain
stable. So you still have
unconscious.
0.
This creature stops.
Okay.
The creature stops being stable and must start making death saving throws again. If it takes any damage, a stable creature that isn't healed regains 1 hit point after 1d4 hours.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're stabilized. I believe Malakai will have to make another death save before I can do
Yes,
something.
Malachi, roll a death saving throw.
I mean, I don't have a kit, but I could try.
yeah, you can assist in this. So
I have +3 to medicine, so
And 11.
11 success. So 2 successes. So you can provide help to action to Dio.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
roll advantage for another medicine check.
All right. So an 18,
18 also would
plus
succeed.
3, it's actually a 21.
All right, 21. So success. So both of you are stabilized, and so in, would you say 1d4 per hour? That
1d4 hours will,
regain 1.
yeah.
Yep.
So I'll roll a d4.
Which it could be considered a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in this moment you pull like your friend's body's like into this, I'd say in the center of the room type deal. Do you guys want to break for something, or do you want to like assist? Do you have any healing items of any kind, any healing spells among the 4 of you here that are still up?
So I don't think we grabbed a single
Nope.
healing
Got
item
nothing.
I
Yeah.
when
had-
we left
I had
town.
cure
Yep.
wounds, but I'm out of spell slots.
Well,
Dang.
I got plenty of slots.
let's just say if you guys break for short rest
we have
or
a
long
healer.
rest in this moment.
Why not long rest?
Long rest.
Yeah, let's go for the long rest.
Yeah.
So you set your fallen friends aside, your fellow party members, and in 3 hours
Why did I ever
into this
jump?
long rest, so you guys break for camp and stuff like that. I imagine you guys would set up like a fire or something like that just to like rest after this whole ordeal. So everyone can take a long rest. You guys come up, or like regain so that you can like open your eyes in 3 hours into this long rest.
I'm gonna, while this is happening, while we're waiting, I'm gonna write down our encounter.
Yeah, you may do that.
Hey, be careful moving around there. I think there might be a broken rib or something.
What about Hendricks? Hendricks. Can you give me your hand again?
Yep. This is what it's like.
Well, thankfully I picked up a health potion, but what? Hold on, it was in. No, it was in the other.
Sylvester, that's just a beer.
Shit.
You begin to feel like a nice warm sensation.
I crack it
as
open.
then, like horses into your hand.
Oh, are you gonna lay on hands?
To the 4
I mean,
that
we
are
took a long rest.
4 that are up, if you choose to, you can roll perception checks at this moment.
15.
7.
16.
So you two, eagle eye that you are, as I imagine, Dio is sort of tending to the wounded. Mace is just probably just.
I'm also just like leaning over, like.
Are you alive?
Yeah.
Do I
but
need to do
just-
CPR?
Standing there looking serious, but I can't do anything.
It's almost like imagine waking up and like a cow is just like right there in your face. What I imagine. But for the 2 of you, Thalia and Sylvester, both of you, while you guys are taking this moment of rest, while you're drinking your beer, in the darkness of the cave, you wouldn't see this with your dark vision, but because there is a fire, a camp, because you broke your camp, things are glinting in the entrails, the guts over here, where the wall have bursted open.
Sure, I'll go look.
Yeah.
So both of you will look.
Yeah.
You will find that there are a number of small creature bones, but along with that, larger creature bones as well. This was a pretty big mimic. But rolling around in it, you'll see that there is a straight up skull, a humanoid skull there. And not only that, but there will be bits and bobs, pieces of equipment, a shovel, the head of a shovel, the head of a pickaxe, things that couldn't be digested because they're not natural. Including there will be a silver tin, like a pretty large one, a hefty one. And it is wrapped in what presumably used to be a leather case, but the leather case has since dissolved mostly. But it's still wrapped tight in it. But it seems that the metal is unharmed.
What's
Ow,
that?
I'll do it. Alright. Ugh, that's gross.
You'll find inside
Sewing kit.
of the inside of this metal tin is a journal, is a big book with a handle on it.
Oh no.
Similar to the one that you have, although instead of 56 on the front of the crest, it is 55. It is the logbook of the 55th devlog. Or delvlog, my bad, not devlog. Opening it up, you can see that it has the names of the previous party on it,
Yeah.
as well as a number of journal entries. Those journal entries we will resolve next time on Oops All Done.
No!
Thank you for watching.
I should have never dropped to the ground. Why'd I do that?
This is a good plan.
As my dad likes to say, you can be stupid, but you also have to be tough.
Hey Talia, it's really quiet. Can you send another message?
It is really quiet. I'm gonna point in their general direction.
Roll a d4.
I find like a perfect book if it's just like die in a spiral. I'm like, man, that Crumbledorf was a yapper, and I just throw it behind me.
And at the base of it, undisturbed practically, is this sort of like top piece or bottom piece of a robe and like these skeleton legs.
You'll get the musical number.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Can I?
Yeah, do you have to sing a song if we fight this crab?
No, because that's owned by Disney and I can't do that.